Apocalypse, I have an infinite supermarket full of supplies. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 1 Infinite Supermarket. 2573. It is already the 10th year of the apocalypse. Since 2563, zombies, cold waves, floods, earthquakes, acid rain, tsunamis, extreme cold, high temperatures, land pollution, 7 days of darkness, one crisis after another has erupted, as if the earth is punishing humans for their previous unrestrained behavior. Now, there are ruins everywhere. And in the ruins, a 5-story supermarket with a neat and undamaged appearance seems out of place. It is rare, too rare. Even if supermarkets after the apocalypse are not smashed and looted, they will be destroyed by bad natural weather. It is too rare to see a supermarket as intact as this. As soon as Su Yinhe opened the door of the supermarket, she saw ruin. At this time, a gust of wind blew, and the wind blew yellow sand all over her face. Su Yinhe closed the door with a snap. She stood at the door, looking at the desolate scenery outside the glass door, and sneered. Is this the luxurious trip to another world you mentioned? Where are the beautiful scenery you mentioned? Where are the cute pets you mentioned? Su Yinhe was originally a social animal. After inheriting the inheritance of an unknown relative and seeing a colleague die suddenly, she resolutely quit her job to open a supermarket. She used the inheritance to buy a 5-story supermarket and bought a large amount of goods. She was about to start her wonderful life as a boss when she was smashed by the crooked system of the novice. She almost died on the spot. In order not to be complained by Su Yinhe, the system took the initiative to offer compensation, sent her to another world for travel, and promised her a lot of benefits. Everyone can travel, but there are not many opportunities to travel to another world. Su Yinhe hesitated for a while and happily agreed. Before coming, the system praised the other world to the sky, saying that the environment and scenery of the other world are good, and there are cute pets. Su Yinhe also fantasized about it because of the system's words before coming, but the result? Haha. Look at this desolate scenery. How magnificent. Look at this shabby house. The system flapped its wings and praised it against its conscience. However, under Su Yinhe's murderous eyes, the voice gradually became smaller. I'm going to complain now. After Su Yinhe was hit, a blue transparent virtual board appeared in front of her. It was a shopping mall where she could exchange items and various strange skills. There was a complaint button in the lower left corner. This board was originally for the host bound to the system to do the task, but the system hit the wrong person, and the board also flew to Su Yinhe. No, 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 if you complain, I will be labeled as unqualified, and I will be thrown into the garbage pool to reset. It was only the first day of its journey, and it would be ridiculed by other systems if it was complained on the first day. It didn't want to become the shame of the system. What does it have to do with me? Su Yinhe sneered. You have poor business ability and poor flying skills. The compensation you mentioned is to throw me to this kind of place where no one lives. You deserve to be complained. No, no, no. Can I give you some more compensation? Don't complain, please, kowtow. The system's little wings flapped quickly, and it said pitifully. Tell me about it. Su Yinhe was ready to blackmail. The drained system flapped its wings and said weakly, that's it. Have fun. Contact me when you're done. I'll send you back. It was really drained by this profiteer. Su Yinhe didn't learn anything else when she was a social animal, but she did learn the capitalist methods of her boss. See you later. Su Yinhe, who had been blackmailed enough, was visibly in a better mood. I don't want to see you again. The system flapped its wings and looked particularly lonely. It should go and torture its host. After the system flew away, Su Yinhe looked at her big supermarket and nodded. Very good, her happy life began. The system sent her to travel and promised to send her back to the original time point of her original world. In other words, she could live here for the rest of her life, and then live another life after she returned. 2 lifetimes at once. A huge profit. She just asked for a bunch of benefits from the system, such as the absolute defense and free movement of the supermarket, the unlimited supplies in the supermarket, the continuous water, electricity and Wi-Fi in the supermarket, and the 4th floor of the supermarket was transformed into a planting area with an additional medical room. Fortunately, it was a novice system, which was easy to fool. If it was a smarter system, there might not be so many compensations. Su Yin usually reads novels, and she accepts this kind of plot well and adapts quickly. Su Yin made some oden to eat. The supermarket was air-conditioned, and it was cool to eat oden while enjoying the air conditioning. There is no such thing as oden in domestic supermarkets, but Su Yin usually slacked off at work and watched videos. When she saw the oden in foreign convenience stores, she was very greedy. What's more, it was her own supermarket, so she could do whatever she wanted, so she installed a pot for cooking oden at the cashier. In this way, you can eat oden when you check out in winter. The supermarket opened by Su Yin has a complete range of items. The first floor is for all kinds of snacks, the second floor is for all kinds of daily necessities, the third floor is for clothes, quilts and bedding, and the fourth and fifth floors are where she lives. Later, the system added a medical room on the fourth floor, which was filled with various medicines and medical equipment. Now is the end of the world, and there should be a shortage of medicine. Su Yin is ready to make a fortune, and when she returns to her original world, her salted fish life will be happier. After eating a few strings of meatballs, Su Yin took another ice cream. So happy. So this is the life of salted fish. Su Yin shed tears of emotion. The garbage after eating was thrown into the garbage disposal box by Su Yin. This garbage disposal box is also a system product, a high-tech product. The garbage thrown in will be automatically sorted and then converted into various useful products, fresh keeping bags, paper towels. The most important thing is that there is no need to sort the garbage, you can throw away whatever you want. Su Yin, who has suffered from garbage sorting, expressed satisfaction. The Cheetah Squad is a team of superpowers from the Sun base. This time, they cooperated with other teams to kill a group of mutant snow rabbits. Mutated snow rabbits are one of the few mutant animals that can be eaten by humans after the end of the world. Although it is a bit hard to chew, it is edible, and it is meat. You know, after the end of the world, plants and animals have mutated. After the mutation, many of the animals and plants that were originally edible have become poisonous and can no longer be eaten. The land has also been polluted, and it is difficult to grow plants. Even if plants are barely grown, the plants that grow are easy to mutate. This time, the Cheetah Squad cooperated with the Tiger Squad and successfully killed a group of mutant snow rabbits. As a result, when dividing the mutant snow rabbits, an accident occurred. The people of the Tiger Squad actually wanted to monopolize them. When besieging the mutant snow rabbits, the Cheetah Squad contributed the most and had many injured members, while the Tiger Squad had behind when contributing, and almost no one was injured. The Cheetah Squad, which suffered heavy casualties, naturally could not rob the Tiger Squad, and even some of the supplies they brought over were robbed. Skirt. 362,525,075 mine clearance. 1. There is a male protagonist, and he is very handsome too. Both are clean, the male and female protagonists are clean physically and mentally. 3. The female protagonist has a huge golden finger, after all, I am her biological mother. 4. The female protagonist is occasionally saintly, but most of the time she is a capitalist, with some kindness, but not much. 5. The whole article is fictional, and writing guidance is not accepted. If you don't like it, please be careful. If you abandon the article, you don't need to tell me. Chapter 2 Cheetah Squad. Captain Su, Monkey wants to drink water. Lin Muxue's face was very heavy. Monkey was the most seriously injured member. He had one leg cut and 2 ribs broken. In this end times with a shortage of medical care, everyone knows what the consequences of cutting a leg and breaking 2 ribs are. Xu Jiaoqin handed over the water bottle hanging on her waist. Give it to him to drink, don't save it. There was no water-based superpower in their team, and water was a very precious material. A lot of water was used before, and now in the whole team, only she had half a bottle of water. Monkey looked like he was dying, and she, as the captain, couldn't let him have a good meal before leaving, so she could only let him drink a few more sips of water. Xu Jiaoqin's name sounds pretentious, but she is not pretentious. She has a neat short hair, good skills, and powerful superpowers, otherwise she can't be the captain of the Cheetah Squad. The Cheetah Squad is a top-ranked team in the entire base. Even she didn't expect that the Tiger Squad, which has always been weaker than them, would dare to go back on its word. Lin Muxue passed the water to the monkey, walked back, and hit the car. They are so bold that they dare to go back on their word. Aren't they afraid that we will settle accounts with them after we return to the base? Xu Jiaoqin scratched her short hair, feeling a little irritated. She wanted to smoke. However, Cigarettes were a scarce commodity, and she couldn't smoke whenever she wanted. If she had them, she would have exchanged them for supplies long ago. She only had the opportunity to smoke occasionally, and they were the worst kind of cigarettes that she rolled herself. They probably have something to do with someone in the base. Lin Muxue, yeah, then what should we do? Are we just going to let the conspiracy against our brothers go? He couldn't swallow this breath. Of course not, we can't do it openly, but we can do it secretly. Xu Jiaoqin smiled a bit bloodthirsty, really thinking that they were so easy to bully. Captain Su, in front, Malu, who had gone out to explore the road, ran back breathlessly, pointing to the front and talking while panting. What's going on in front? There is a supermarket. A 5-story supermarket. Malu looked like he had seen a ghost. If there is, then there is. Yuan Wujiu didn't react. There were many supermarkets before the end of the world, and supermarkets after the end of the world also had the most supplies. But it has been 10 years, and all supermarkets have been looted. The supermarkets that are left now are empty and rotten, and there may be human bones inside. But that is a complete supermarket with lights, supermarkets that only exist in dreams. When Malu saw it, he thought he was dreaming. When he was sure that he was not dreaming, he didn't explore anymore and ran back to inform Xu Jiaoqin. You kid are not kidding, how can there be a complete supermarket with lights in this deserted place? Yuan Wujiu glanced at him. Really, I'm not kidding, I saw a lot of snacks through the glass. Let's go, take monkey and take a look. Not long after the cheetah team stopped to rest, they set off again and headed in the direction pointed by Malu. After hearing what Malu said, the other team members laughed at him and said he was dazzled because he hadn't woken up yet. It's true, only Malu was jumping up and down. When he saw it, he was afraid that he was dazzled, and pinched his thigh several times. No one believed what Malu said. Until they saw it themselves, they still wondered if they were dazzled. Yuan Wuji reached out and touched the glass in front of him, looking at the snacks placed across the glass, swallowed his saliva. Snacks? How long has it been since I last saw well-packaged snacks? After the end of the world, only the little princesses at the top of the base still had snacks, such as Lin Muxue. Some people were impatient and even wanted to use their supernatural powers to break the glass directly, but were stopped by Xu Jiaoqin. Why don't you go through the door? Such a large supermarket can be preserved so well in the end of the world, it must have an owner. Breaking the glass directly, isn't it just robbery? Xu Jiaoqin felt that she was not a good person, and good people could not survive in the end of the world, but she was a person with a bottom line. That's right, we are not a group of tigers. Yes, the person who wanted to break the glass and take it directly also realized his mistake. After Xu Jiaoqin and others pushed open the door of the supermarket and went in, the first thing they felt was the cold air of the air conditioner, and then they saw Su Yinhe sitting at the checkout counter playing with a tablet. After so long, there are finally customers. It's open. Su Yinhe put away the tablet with some excitement. Galaxy Supermarket is about to receive its first order. Welcome. Su Yinhe's face showed a professional fake smile. After being a social animal for many years, this is a necessary skill. Hello. Is this a supermarket? Xu Jiaoqin looked at the bright lights, tempting snacks, and the hot and fragrant oden, a little unbelievable. What else? The aroma of oden tempted everyone in the Cheetah Squad. After eating so many mutant plants and mutant meats, a bowl of oden suddenly appeared in front of them, and everyone drooled. The monkey who was originally the most seriously injured and unconscious was also awakened by the fragrance. There was only one woman in the supermarket, dressed neatly and looked a little weak. But Xu Jiaoqin would not underestimate her. To be able to open such a large supermarket in the end times, and to have so many supplies, she must not be an ordinary person. Xu Jiaoqin's vigilance rose all of a sudden. Are you the only one? If you want to buy it. If not, sell it. After a long time of professional fake smile, seeing Xu Jiaoqin's vigilant eyes, Su Yinhe suddenly remembered that she was opening a supermarket in the end times, not in the original world. Now, either the customer or the god, the one who has the supplies is the god. Why should I be so polite? Su Yinhe, who had figured it out, sat down again and picked up the tablet again. She can still surf the internet now, but she can't post comments, videos or messages. But she can still watch videos and read the news. Excuse me, what do you want to trade? Crystal cores. Xu Jiaoqin still wanted to let Monkey have a good meal before going on the road. She took a look at the steaming oden and decided to trade with Su Yinhe. Before the Cheetah Squad, Xu Jiaoqin would find a way to let each member who was leaving have a good meal. Monkey had no choice before, but now she finally saw a supermarket. Although the supermarket was a bit weird, Xu Jiaoqin still wanted to buy some food for Monkey. Crystal cores? Su Yinhe felt a chill. She didn't want something like this dug out from the zombies' brains. She only wanted gold, which could be exchanged for money. No. I want gold. Xu Jiaoqin pursed her lips. They came out to find the snow rabbit. They only carried weapons, food, water, and crystal cores. It was impossible for them to bring gold. Gold is not worth much now. A gold bar can't even be exchanged for a cigarette. The atmosphere was a little awkward. Someone walked up to Xu Jiaoqin and lowered his voice and hinted with his eyes, "Captain, how about we just rob it?" No, Xu Jiaoqin glanced at him and wanted to curse. What the hell is he robbing? He was obviously not an ordinary person. "I have a pendant here, is it okay?" A female member of the team took off a small necklace hanging around her neck and handed it over. Chapter 3 Delicious Oden. This necklace was bought when she was visiting the base before. She really liked it at that time, so she exchanged it for a small piece of mutant beast meat. Bai Yuanitun was a little nervous when she handed over the necklace. Although her necklace was made of gold, it was very small and she didn't know if it could be exchanged. She actually had a few gold bars at home, and she would have brought them here earlier. Su Yinhe took the necklace and casually mentioned a price. "Okay, it's 500 yuan for you. Pick the 500 yuan you want. I don't have any change, the currencies of the two worlds should also be different." 500, what can I get? Bai Yuanitun asked cautiously. After the end of the world, paper money has long been abolished. Moreover, after the end of the world, the prices of items have also changed and become sky high. There are price tags under those snacks, and isn't there a price list next to the oden? Su Yinhe just noticed her hungry wolf-like eyes and was almost scared. According to these prices, Bai Yuanitun was shocked. So cheap? Bai Yuanitun looked at the 1, 2, and 3 yuan on the oden price list, and didn't dare to believe it. Her necklace is not worth anything at all. Okay. How can I change so much now? Well, take it yourself, Captain. Bai Yuanitun looked at Xu Jiaoqin. Hurry up and take it. Xu Jiaoqin took the lead and picked up the paper cup next to the oden, and then started to fill it. The owner promised it himself, so why not hurry up and take it before the owner regrets it? Oh, Bai Yuanitun nodded and rushed up. As for the others, I wanted to squeeze in to take it, but there was no place, so I could only take a paper cup and line up and watch eagerly. After Xu Jiaoqin filled the cup with oden, she gave it to the monkey lying on the ground. Just now, someone was carrying the monkey, but after Xu Jiaoqin gave the order, the person carrying him put him on the ground and ran to grab the oden. Brothers can carry him later, but the oden must be eaten. Thank you, sister, you are so nice. The monkey ate the oden and cried with emotion. Xu Jiaoqin didn't reply and ran back to grab the oden. There are 13 people, and there is only one pot of oden. I don't know if there's any left. The others had already prepared the oden and started eating while standing. Xu Jiaoqin, who went back to prepare the oden, noticed that the amount of oden in the pot was the same as before, and the number of skewers inside had not changed at all. Xu Jiaoqin was startled and glanced at Su Yinhe, who was still playing with the tablet. Looking at Su Yinhe's fair and tender little face, a chill suddenly rushed from the soles of her feet to her crown. After Xu Jiaoqin finished preparing the oden, she smelled the fragrance of the oden and hardened her heart. She decided to eat it, no matter what kind of monster it was. She would die with a full stomach. Wow, it's delicious. The radish is sweet, the meatballs are fragrant, the tofu is tender, and the soup is delicious. Bai Yuanitun shed tears of emotion while eating. How long has it been since she had eaten something so delicious? When was the last time she had oden? Before the end of the world, she was still a picky eater. She thought the food at home was not tasty, and she would sneak out for supper at night. Yuanitun, thank you. We used your money. When we return to the base, I will give you the gold bars. Xu Jiaoqin was eating and saw Bai Yuanitun. She remembered that they were all eating for free, all thanks to Bai Yuanitun's necklace. Bai Yuanitun ate without raising her head. What's the big deal? Everyone helped me so much before. Besides, I can't finish 500 yuan by myself. She was very weak before, always bullied, and almost starved to death. It was the Cheetah Squad that saved her and accepted her as a team member to let her survive. If there was only one bowl of oden today, she would eat it herself no matter what, and would not give it to them. But the oden here is only a few yuan a string, and she has 500 yuan, and she still can't find the change to spend the 500 yuan. Then she will definitely share it with her teammates. It's not like you can only buy oden, there are snacks in it, it's okay, I'm happy. Bai Yuanyu looked at the other team members who were eating happily, and said, tears flashing in his eyes. Everyone hasn't eaten good food for a long time. Even if everyone is a superpower, they eat better than ordinary people and won't starve to death, but they can only eat those mutant plants and mutant animals. The meat of mutant animals is sour and hard to bite, and it's so unpalatable. But the situation is like this, there is no choice. 15 people are all superpowers, they eat a lot, and their appetite is even more terrifying when they eat as much as they want. It didn't take long for them to eat up Bai Yuan's 500 yuan. And they were not full yet. 15 people held clean paper cups and looked pitifully at the pot of oden. Hurry up and find out if you have anything made of gold on you. Xu Jiaoqin touched her neck, but unfortunately she didn't like to wear necklaces. No, Captain, after the end of the world, even eating and drinking are difficult, so how can you have the leisure to buy a necklace? I have a necklace, but it's not gold. Another female member, Liu Wutuang, touched the jade pendant on her neck and said, Miss, can I have jade? 15 pairs of eyes looked at Su Yin with desire. Su Yin, who happened to see Erho's video, well, it seems. Give it to me. Su Yin looked at the jade pendant in her hand, guanayans, white and green. I can't tell. Forgive her for being a poor guy before and not knowing how to judge the quality of jade. Then, 500, great, I suggest you buy some medicine. Su Yin stopped the Cheetah Squad who were about to reach out for the oden, and pointed to the pitiful monkey lying on the ground. One leg was covered in blood, and it had stained her floor. Yes, there is also a monkey. The Cheetah Squad only then noticed the monkey lying on the ground. Monkey, there is affection for teammates, but not much? Wutuang, your things, you decide. Xu Jiaoqin is the captain, but she will not force the team members to take their own things to save another team member. Let's buy some medicine. Liu Wutong looked at the oden reluctantly. She hadn't eaten enough yet. But compared to food, the lives of teammates are also important. But, does the supermarket also sell medicine? Yes, there is medicine. Su Yin opened the cabinet at the back and took out some hemostatic medicine and 2 bottles of alcohol. There are medicines and medical equipment on the 4th floor, but Su Yin is not going to take them up. She is afraid of trouble and doesn't want to let them go up directly. The medical room was installed for her by the system. She hasn't seen it yet and dares not let them go up. Fortunately, she bought some medicines and put them here before. Cold medicine, hemostatic medicine, painkillers, some common medicines, and a lot of alcohol. These are also unlimited, and they will be automatically replenished after taking them. Thanks to the system, otherwise she would not sell these medicines. If they are gone after use, she is reluctant to sell them. What if she gets sick in the future? After thinking about it, Su Yin took some more painkillers. Thank you, thank you. How much are these? Liu Wutong looked at Su Yin with gratitude and worry. After the end of the world, medicine is a more scarce resource than alcohol and cigarettes. Can I buy so much with 500 yuan? Well, I'll charge you 150 yuan. When she bought it, 2 bottles of alcohol seemed to be only 29.9. Chapter 4, Buying Instant Noodles. As for the hemostatic and analgesic drugs, they were not very expensive, just a few dozen. It seemed like a bit of a profiteer. Su Yin's conscience ached, but soon it stopped. It was the end of the world, and they couldn't buy it outside. Thank you, she thought it was not enough. After giving the medicine to the monkey and asking others to apply the medicine to the monkey, Liu Wutuang decided not to buy oden with the remaining money. Although oden was delicious, but there were so many things in the supermarket, we couldn't let go. This is a supermarket. Liu Wutuang and Xu Jiaoqin discussed how to buy the remaining 350. Can we go in and buy things? Yes, but I remind you, don't steal things, and don't mess up the goods. She spent a lot of money to ask the ant to put these things, and she didn't want to see a messy supermarket. Of course, we are very obedient. After getting the promise, Liu Wutong, Xu Jiaoqin and Bai Yuanyu, the 3 girls, went in to get the things. The men were not allowed to go in because they thought the men were clumsy and were afraid that they would mess up the shelves. The 13 men were left waiting in anticipation. There is a shopping cart, you can push it. Su Yinhe pointed to where the shopping cart was placed. Thank you. The 3 women pushed a shopping cart in. 350 yuan would not buy much, and a shopping cart should be enough. Moreover, they had superpowers and were strong, so they could take it by themselves. It was not as satisfying to put it in the shopping cart as to hold it in your hands. After the 3 people entered, they walked very slowly, staring at the snacks on display. Captain, there are so many snacks, I want them so much. Xu Jiaoqin had difficulty moving her eyes away from the snacks. Buy the ones that will fill you up, I know, but I really want them. I really want to live here. Bai Yuan also knew it, but she wanted to talk about it. The 3 went to the instant noodle area and picked up the cheapest instant noodles in the bag and put them in the shopping cart. As for the taste, it was not within their consideration. At the beginning of the apocalypse, there were still people who were picky about the instant noodles with mushroom stewed chicken distributed in the base, but now it has been 10 years since the apocalypse, and even the instant noodles with mushroom stewed chicken are gone. Even the top brass in the base may not be able to eat instant noodles now. Thinking of the aroma of instant noodles, Liu Wutong swallowed her saliva and then frantically took. Of course, no matter how frantically they were also paying attention to their movements, not daring to be too wild, for fear of messing up the shelves. The 3 people who were taking instant noodles also noticed that no matter how they took, there was no shortage of instant noodles on the shelves. The 3 looked at each other and wisely did not discuss. This supermarket is not normal. However, the owner is willing to sell them things. No matter whether it is normal or not, what can be eaten is good. Xu Jiaoqin counted the money until they took 300 yuan of instant noodles, and then stopped. Okay, you have taken 300 yuan, and the remaining 50, Wutong, take a look at it yourself, and decide what you want to buy. Wutong, 2.5 yuan a pack of instant noodles, a total of 120 packs. Our team has a total of 40 formal members. 2 packs each, and the rest are all yours. Is this division okay? Xu Jiaoqin asked Liu Wutong. The supplies found by their team are usually given more to the person who found them, and the person who contributed the most gets more, and the rest is divided equally. But now these instant noodles were exchanged for Liu Wutong's personal belongings. Liu Wutong doesn't want to share them with him, and she can keep them all. 3 packs each. Liu Wutong also wanted more instant noodles, but the people in the team usually took care of her and didn't look down on her weak abilities. Most of the people who found supplies before shared them equally, giving her a lot of advantages. She naturally couldn't be so selfish now, not to mention that there were still 50 yuan left. 50 yuan could buy another 20 packs. Wutong, I thank you on behalf of the others. Tisk, I don't want to. Let them thank me in person one by one. Okay, let them thank you in person. Liu Wutong didn't use all the remaining 50 yuan to buy instant noodles, but took 30 yuan and bought 15 packs of instant noodles. The remaining 20 yuan was used to buy a few compressed biscuits and a large bag of white rabbit milk candy. This necklace was given to her by her sister 2 years ago as a guarantee of safety. After selling the necklace given by her sister, she had to buy some candy to comfort herself. Her sister was born after the end of the world and has never eaten white rabbit milk candy. Bai Yuan pushed a shopping cart full of instant noodles, while Xu Jiaoqin and Liu Wutong went out with a pile of instant noodles. Check out. After going out, the 3 of them took out the instant noodles and put them on the cashier. Just 350. After counting the money, Su Yinhe pulled out several large bags for them. Pack them yourself. Su Yinhe decided to be more magnanimous. Seeing Su Yinhe's magnanimous look, no one in the Cheetah Squad dared to object. In their opinion, it was their blessing that Su Yinhe was willing to sell things to them so cheaply, so who dared to object? In fact, many people thought that Su Yinhe was a sucker who sold things so cheaply. For the job of packing things, the remaining men did not let Xu Jiaoqin and the others work hard, and rushed to help. The instant noodles were packed one by one, and they seemed to see the scene of themselves eating instant noodles in big mouthfuls in the future. After packing the instant noodles, the Cheetah Squad was reluctant to leave, but took the time to take a few more sips of the aroma of oden. Well, will you open a store here in the future? Xu Jiaoqin asked. Not necessarily, the supermarket can be moved at will, which is also the compensation that Su Yinhe asked the system for. Since she is here for tourism, she must not stay in one place all the time. Is that so? Xu Jiaoqin was a little disappointed, but not too disappointed. She knew that this supermarket was not normal, and the owner was not normal either. He would definitely not stay here all the time. After all, this place was too desolate, and only occasionally a team would pass by. Can't you stay for a few more days? Let them have time to return to the base to exchange gold for supplies. Where is your base? Su Yinhe wanted to make money, and there were people to make money. Hearing this, Xu Jiaoqin ignited a glimmer of hope. You want to go to our base? No, 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 my supermarket will not be opened in the base. It's too troublesome. What if someone asks her for rent, protection fees? Although the supermarket has absolute defense and no one can hurt her and the supermarket, she doesn't want someone to bother her every day. Moreover, if it is opened in the base, it may have to abide by other people's rules. It should be opened next to the base, about 500 meters. When the time comes, you can go back and promote it. I need gold, and other valuables are also fine. The supermarket can be moved. Bai Yuanitun was excited. She had gold, and if the supermarket was opened next to the base, she could change it at any time. Well, it can fly. Su Yinhe considered the wording and said uncertainly. She only knew that the supermarket could be moved at will, but she didn't know how to move it specifically. We are from the sun base in the west. The area near our base is very safe, there are not many zombies, and the ground is flat, which is very suitable for opening a supermarket. There is also a lot of gold in our base, and many people have gold. Chapter 5 Ice Coke. Bai Yuanitun tried her best to recommend oden in order to be able to eat it in the future. Okay, thank you. Would you like some Coke? Seeing Bai Yuanitun working hard, Su Yinhe was worried that she was thirsty, so she gave her a bottle of ice Coke. For me? Thank you, you are really kind-hearted. I have never seen anyone as kind and beautiful as you in my life. She actually gave her a bottle of Coke for free, and it was iced. What kind of a god is this? Su Yinhe, who is usually said to be stingy and mean by her colleagues, felt a little embarrassed by the compliment. She was so happy that she gave her a popsicle. Bai Yuanitun almost wanted to stay here and marry her. In the end, Xu Jiaoqin pulled her away. You must move to the side of our base as soon as possible. Bai Yuanitun waved her hand with reluctance. On the way, half of the men in the Cheetah Squad were regretting that they had been in the supermarket for so long. Why didn't they think of blowing a few rainbow farts to the owner? A bottle of Coke and a popsicle. Yuanitun, you just ate so much oden, you must be full now. Do you need me to help you share? Bai Yuanitun, go away, where is the face? After the cheetah team left, Su Yinhe had time to think about how to control this supermarket to move. After thinking, she walked around the supermarket again, but didn't find any strange switches. Later, she found a green dog head software on the tablet. Clicking it, it was still a shopping mall. There were many products on it, just like the ones she had seen before. As for the exchange currency, was it crystal core? It was a mistake. I didn't see it just now, and I missed so many crystal cores. The configuration of the team just now was not weak, and there should be a lot of crystal cores. She didn't see it earlier. In addition to selling things, it can also operate the supermarket. It can adjust the monitoring, adjust the absolute defense, and adjust the protective shield outside the supermarket. The protective shield is now closed, and you need to use crystal cores to open it. The cheapest one is 188 level 2 crystal cores per day. Su Yinhe, swindler. The protective shield can adjust the size and strength. Of course, the bigger and stronger it is, the more expensive it is. And once it is turned on, if it is not turned on for a day, it will be counted as a day, and you will have to pay more to turn it on again. Fortunately, the protective shield is only the first layer of insurance. The supermarket has absolute defense on the outside, which is very strong, and there is also defense on the inside, which cannot be blown open even with an atomic bomb. However, it is hard to say whether there are still atomic bombs now. So it doesn't matter if the protective shield is not turned on. But it looks more awesome when it is turned on. The movement of the supermarket can also be adjusted on it. Su Yinhe clicked in to see that she could directly enter the coordinates and go there, but she didn't know. You can also click on the map and choose a location. The map is the latest one, and the locations of several large bases in the world are marked in green, and the locations with high zombie density are marked in red. The sun base is the closest and very conspicuous. Su Yinhe decided to operate it at night. What if the supermarket really flew over? It's too scary in broad daylight. Wait until it's dark at night. Su Yinhe got familiar with this doghead software. When it was almost dark, she went to the 5th floor to take a shower and blow dry her hair. After watching some drama, of course, before going to the 5th floor, she locked the supermarket on the tablet so that no one could come in. After watching, Su Yinhe held the tablet, stood by the window of the room, and began to operate it solemnly. She had never seen a supermarket flying in the sky. 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. The supermarket vibrated for 2 seconds, then stopped. The scenery outside the window also changed. It was still desolate and shabby, but it changed. Gone? So fast? It can fly? Su Yinhe was silent for a while. It was late at night, and the people from the sun base should not come out. Then she go to play. She didn't want to go down. Su Yinhe decided to go to the 4th floor to have a look. The 4th floor was originally where she lived, and then the system was modified. After all, she would live here for a long time. Although the 2nd floor of the supermarket also sells vegetables, meat and fish. But planting flowers and grass is good for health. So in addition to the medical room on the 4th floor, there are also planting areas, breeding areas, seafood areas. The space has also been modified. It is said that some space folding technology has been used. So the 4th floor is the largest of the 5 floors. It is also the floor with the most high technology. What about artificial suns, automatic seeding machines, automatic watering machines, automatic insect catchers, fully automatic planting, fully automatic breeding? Moreover, the vegetables and various animals inside are all grown up and can be eaten. It is also infinite. So happy. Su Yinhe didn't finish walking for half an hour. When she turned to the seafood area, she couldn't move. In fact, there is also a seafood area on the 2nd floor, the seafood area in the supermarket. But can the seafood area of the system be the same as the seafood area in the supermarket? The seafood area here obviously has more varieties and is more vigorous. Su Yinhe used an automatic catcher to catch a big lobster. It's decided to eat lobster tonight. During dinner, Su Yinhe ate the fresh and sweet lobster meat and was moved to tears. It's better to resign. When you are a social animal, you don't have time to eat lobster. Boss Joe Paopi wants them to sleep in the company and doesn't want to let them leave. They work overtime every day and ask them to work overtime automatically. The overtime pay is pitifully low. The overtime pay for working overtime for a month may not be enough to buy this big lobster. While Su Yinhe was chewing on the lobster, the Cheetah Squad also returned to the sun base. The instant noodles they brought back today also attracted a crowd of onlookers. Captain Su, where did you get so many instant noodles? People who were familiar with Xu Jiaoqin couldn't help but ask. Captain Su, can you exchange? I'll exchange 20 kilograms, 30 kilograms of mutant snow rabbit meat. Someone who could eat enough and had abundant supplies wanted to exchange. He had a lot of supplies and a lot of mutant snow rabbit meat. Seeing this rare instant noodles, he couldn't help but want to exchange. He hadn't eaten it for several years and missed it very much. I won't exchange mine, you ask others. Xu Jiaoqin couldn't bear to give up 3 packs per person. She had wanted to taste the instant noodles for a long time. Xu Jiaoqin didn't exchange. But many team members who had families to support exchanged a pack after sharing the instant noodles. 30 kilograms of meat, 3 packs of instant noodles, can be eaten by one person, and there are so many people in the family that can only share a few mouthfuls. It's better to exchange the meat so that the family can eat for 2 more days. I couldn't bear to exchange all of them, so I exchanged 1 pack, planning to cook 2 packs of instant noodles, add the mutant snow rabbit meat, and have a delicious meal for the whole family. The people who took the instant noodles went to check the production date, production site, and manufacturer, but found that they had been erased long ago. Someone else asked where they found it. After hearing what Su Yinhe said, the Cheetah Squad naturally helped to promote it with all their strength. Is it true? A small necklace can be exchanged for so much? Someone expressed disbelief. Why would I lie to you? The owner said he would come over in the next few days, buy you a noodle, who got the benefit, worked the hardest, while the other members of the Cheetah Squad promoted it for a few words and then ran home to dig for gold. Chapter 6 Delicious Instant Noodles. After hearing this, some smart people, regardless of whether they believed it or not, prepared to buy more gold while not many people knew about it. As for some people, they ignored Bai Yuan's repeated warnings and planned to rob the supermarket directly if there was such a supermarket, kill the owner, and occupy the supermarket. When Liu Wutong was carrying a bag full of instant noodles home, her 9-year-old sister was weaving straw sandals. The grass used to weave straw sandals is called blood-sucking grass, a new kind of grass that grew after the end of the world. It will suck human blood when it is alive. It is okay if there are no wounds on the human body. If there are wounds on someone, the blood-sucking grass will quickly grow into the human flesh along the wound and suck the person dry alive. Not only humans, but also some mutant animals that are weaker than it will attack. Moreover, the vitality of the blood-sucking grass is extremely tenacious. No matter it is extremely cold or extremely warm, no matter it is acid rain or tsunamis, it can live well. It grows fast. A large area of it has grown outside the sun base. The person in charge of the base will have the superpower team clean it up once a month. Otherwise, some superpowers may get injured accidentally when they go out, and when they come back and approach the blood-sucking grass, they will be sucked dry. However, the dried blood-sucking grass is quite suitable for making straw sandals, which are tough and not easy to rot. It has been 10 years since the end of the world, and the factories that produced shoes before have been washed away by floods. After experiencing floods, high temperatures, acid rain, and other disasters, many preserved shoes have been destroyed. Like some ordinary people, they can't wear shoes before the end of the world. Those who are capable and rich can use the fur of mutant beasts to make shoes, and those who are really poor can only wear straw sandals. The superpower team will clean up the blood-sucking grass once a month, so there is no shortage of materials needed to make straw sandals. Therefore, most people who make straw sandals just earn a labor fee. People with ability don't look down on this. Only those who can't go out to find supplies, the old, sick, and young, who can't do the base mission, will do this. There are many such people in the sun base. So there are many people making straw sandals. When there are more people, there will naturally be more straw sandals. When there are more straw sandals, they will naturally be worth less. A pair of straw sandals is only worth 1 contribution value, but a skilled person needs at least 4 hours to make a pair of straw sandals. After being cut, the blood-sucking grass will become very hard and need to be exposed to the sun for a period of time. After being exposed to the sun, it needs to be rubbed repeatedly to soften. Only after it softens can it be used to make shoes. It takes a lot of time and earns little. But many people have no choice. It is better to earn less than to earn nothing. A pair of shoes that took so much time to make is only worth 1 contribution value, but the cheapest mutant mashed potatoes in the base cost 5 contribution points to buy a small bowl. Liu Wutong's sister is Liu Jiaoqin. The 9-year-old child eats poorly due to lack of nutrition and grows like a shriveled bean sprout. The hair is yellow and thin, all up and down, only the head is big. Liu Jiaoqin took a few blood-sucking grass and rubbed it. Her 2 small hands were bloody, but she rubbed it very seriously, as if she didn't feel any pain. Jiaoqin, didn't I tell you not to make straw sandals anymore? Seeing this scene, Liu Wutong put down the bag in her hand and rushed to grab Liu Jiaoqin's hand, asking her to throw away the blood-sucking grass. Sister, you're back. Liu Jiaoqin was very happy to see her sister come back. It's okay, I'm almost done rubbing it. I can make shoes soon. Liu Jiaoqin was grabbed by Liu Wutong's hand, and her eyes were still staring at the blood-sucking grass on the ground. Don't do it. How many times have I told you? You are still so young. What shoes are you making? You don't want a good pair of hands. Sister told you that sister will work hard, sister will let you eat enough. Sister is a superpower, and will find a lot of food. Liu Wutong couldn't help it. As she spoke, tears fell. She hated it so much, really hated it. Why did she let her sister be born in the era? Sister, don't cry, sister, don't cry, Liu Wutong cried, and Liu Jiaoqin struggled to catch her tears. I was wrong, sister. Liu Jiaoqin was a little at a loss. Liu Wutong rarely cried in front of her. In front of her, Liu Wutong has always been a sister who stands tall and proud. I'm sorry, sister, I'm sorry. I wish I could be a little more capable. Liu Wutong hugged her small body, her eyes reddening again and again. Sister is great, raising 3 people by herself. I want to learn from you. Liu Jiaoqin is very sensible. She has hoped that she could awaken her superpowers as soon as she was a child. She knows that it is very hard for her sister to raise 3 people by herself, and she wants to awaken her superpowers as soon as possible to help her sister. Liu Wutong hugged Liu Jiaoqin and adjusted his mood for a while, then took out the remaining hemostatic medicine that monkey had used today and sprinkled a little on Liu Piaoxu's hand. Without a bandage, Liu Wutong could only find a clean piece of clothing, tear it off and wrap it up. During this period, Liu Piaoxu watched Liu Wutong sprinkle medicine on her wound with distress, and when she saw Liu Wutong tearing his clothes, she was even more distressed. "Sister, such a nice dress can't be torn." Liu Wutong bandaged her hands with a cold face. "It's already torn. Wrap it up." "Where's Mom?" "Mom went out to sell shoes. We made 5 pairs of shoes these days. They can be sold for 5 contribution points." Speaking of this, Liu Piaoxu was a little proud. "I told you not to make it. It hurts your hands. Sister brought back a lot of delicious food today. You go and find Mom right away." "Right away? But what if the straw shoes are not sold out?" "Come back even if they are not sold out. Otherwise what if the food is snatched away by Gu Honghua?" Liu Wutong deliberately lowered her voice to scare her. Gu Honghua is their neighbor, who likes to take advantage of small things the most. Especially Liu Wutong's family, because there are only 2 women and a child in the family. Gu Honghua thinks they are easy to bully and always takes advantage of them. Liu Wutong was in the Cheetah Squad, and occasionally caught some mutant animals and shared the meat, and then almost every time, Gu Honghua would take the opportunity to take advantage of them, but her mother was a coward, and 2/3 of a good piece of meat was taken away by Gu Honghua. Liu Piaoxu hated her the most. "I'll go. I'll call Mom back right away." "Sister, lock the door." Liu Piaoxu shuddered with fear. Her sister is a superpower, and she is often not at home to go out to find supplies. And Gu Honghua also knows that her sister is the most powerful person in the family, so she often takes advantage of her sister's absence to steal things. Gu Honghua is the person Liu Piaoxu hates and fears the most. With a small body, she runs very fast. Hearing that Gu Honghua might come to grab food, Liu Piaoxu ran quickly to call her mother. And Liu Wutong began to pick instant noodles in the bag. She originally wanted to eat old sauerkraut or spicy beef, which were her 2 favorite flavors before the end of the world. But considering that she and her mother haven't eaten it for several years, eating 2 stimulating at once may cause stomachache, and thinking of her younger sister who is young and has never eaten such spicy food. So she only took the mushroom stewed chicken. Ha, do many people hate a certain chef's mushroom stewed chicken? I used to like it. After eating the noodles, I took the soup to trick my friends that it was chicken soup. Chapter 7 White Rabbit Milk Candy. After picking out 3 packs of instant noodles, Liu Wutong began to boil water. She boiled water now, and when her mother and sister came back, the water would boil and she could make instant noodles. She still preferred instant noodles to boiled ones. When Wang Hufang was pulled back by her little daughter, she was still holding 2 pairs of straw sandals in her arms. "Oh, my dear, why are you in such a hurry? There are still 2 pairs that haven't been sold yet." She would earn 2 less contribution points. Wang Hufang wanted to go back and sell the shoes. She would collect 5 contribution points and let her daughter have a good meal. "Mom, my sister is back." She brought a bag of delicious food. Liu Piaoxu saw the bag of instant noodles, but she had never seen such a thing since she was sensible, so she didn't know what it was called. She could only say it was delicious. "Then wait until I sell them all." Wang Hufang still couldn't bear to part with the 2 contribution points. Now more and more people are making straw sandals, and the straw sandals are getting cheaper after they are made. The old man next door just now actually sold them for 0.5 contribution points a pair. Isn't this destroying the market? My sister asked you to go back immediately. I don't want to. What if it's too late to go back and Gu Honghua takes away the things? Liu Piaoxu pulled her mother all the way home. As soon as she entered the house, Liu Piaoxu asked her sister to block the door. Don't open the door, okay? Liu Piaoxu blinked and looked at Liu Wutong. Liu Piaoxu was born thin, and her eyes were scary big on that face. Okay. I won't open it for anyone. Lock it. Must be locked. Liu Wutong knew that Gu Honghua often came back to take advantage of their family, but as the pillar of the family, she couldn't be at home all the time, and her mother was cowardly, so Gu Honghua didn't dare to resist anything. When she returned home, everything was taken away. If she went to ask for it, Gu Honghua would say that she, a superpower, bullied them, an orphan and a widow. Bah! 30-year-old still staying at home to ask for an orphan raised by her mother? How dare she say that? Wutong, let mom see, you are not injured when you go out. Seeing her daughter, Wang Hufeng forgot about the shoes and stepped forward to hold Liu Wutong to carefully check if she had any more wounds on her body. It's okay. My superpowers are weak, so I usually stay at the back, so I won't get hurt. Liu Wutong fooled Wang Hufeng as usual. How could she, who had to support her family and had weak superpowers, dare to hide at the back? If she hides at the back, she will get less, and only if she rushes to the front can she get more. But Liu Wutong would not tell the truth, because she was afraid that her mother would worry. Mom, look. I brought a lot of food for you and your sister. Liu Wutong picked up instant noodles to show them. Instant noodles? How can there be instant noodles? Wang Hufeng's eyes widened. Is this instant noodles? This is actually instant noodles? Before the end of the world, Wang Hufeng thought that instant noodles were junk food and unhealthy, so she never ate them after she became pregnant and became a mother. She was afraid that eating them when she was pregnant would be bad for the baby in her belly. She was even more afraid to eat them after giving birth, for fear that eating them would affect her milk. Later, when she was taking care of the children, she couldn't find time to eat them. When the children grew up, she was afraid that the children would learn from her to eat instant noodles and affect their health, so instant noodles never appeared at home. But after 10 years of the apocalypse, Wang Hufeng saw junk food like instant noodles as a delicacy. Where did you get it? Wang Hufeng picked up the instant noodles and looked around, feeling strange. At the beginning of the apocalypse, some people still traded instant noodles. But after a few years, the instant noodles produced before the apocalypse were eaten up, and there were no production conditions, so instant noodles have long disappeared from the market. There's nothing to eat even if you want to. Our team is looking for. Mom, don't ask first, the water is boiling, we eat instant noodles. Piaoxu has never eaten it at this age? Liu Wutong was about to explain in detail when she heard the sound of the water boiling. For a moment, she didn't care to explain. If she had that time, she might as well eat a bite of instant noodles. She was craving it all the way. Come on, Piaoxu, sister will teach you how to make instant noodles. The three of them soaked 3 packs of instant noodles with great awe. The waiting time was particularly long. Sister, it smells so good. Liu Piaoxu looked at the instant noodles soaking in water with an obsessed look. She had never smelled instant noodles that smelled so good since she was born. She had eaten a lot of food, but those foods were either smelly or sour fishy, or a mixture of the 3 flavors. This was the first time she smelled this kind of fragrance. Although she hadn't eaten it yet, she knew that it must be delicious. Not to mention the young Piaoxu, even Wu Tuang and Wang Hufeng stared at the instant noodles in front of them, drooling constantly in their mouths. It was only a few minutes, but it felt longer than a year at this time. Juicy, mellow soup, very attractive noodles, and an alluring aroma in the air. There was still a fried egg missing. Liu Wutong looked at the instant noodles in the bowl, and an idea suddenly popped up in her mind. She used to like to add a fried egg to her instant noodles. Fried eggs tasted one way when eaten alone, and another way after being soaked in the instant noodle soup, but they were equally delicious. But now she could only think about it. Okay, it's ready to eat. Liu Wutong couldn't wait any longer. She wanted it right away. To eat this bowl of instant noodles right away. Liu Piaoxu had been waiting for the sentence. With Liu Wutong's order, she immediately picked up the chopsticks, rolled up the noodles and stuffed them into her mouth. The elastic noodles and the sweet soup burst in her mouth. Liu Piaoxu stopped chewing for a second or two. Before she ate the instant noodles, she knew that the instant noodles were delicious when she smelled the fragrance of the instant noodles. But she never thought that it would be so delicious. Better than everything she had eaten. The noodles were very chewy, not as soft as the noodles made from mutant wheat that were sold in the base before. Is this really noodles? How can there be such delicious noodles? Liu Piaoxu's mouth movements became faster and faster. She didn't start to slow down until the noodles in the bowl were almost finished. She wanted to eat such delicious noodles for a little longer. But no matter how slow she moved, the noodles were still eaten up quickly. After eating the noodles, she didn't even waste the soup in the bowl and drank it clean. After drinking the soup, she found that the soup was also delicious. In the end, the bowls were spotless, just like they had just been washed. Liu Wutong and Wang Hufeng were no less satisfied. 3 people, 3 empty bowls. Sister, it's delicious, if only I could eat it every day in the future. Liu Piaoxu touched her belly. This was the first time she had eaten so full, and the food was so delicious. Liu Wutong touched her little head. Sister will work hard, and I will let you eat so full every day in the future. Wang Hufeng pulled Liu Wutong. Wutong, we eat less, and we don't usually leave the base, so we don't have to eat so well. You're fine, and you must pay attention to safety. She felt sorry for her younger daughter and wanted her to eat enough, but she didn't want to exchange her older daughter's life for hers. As long as you're safe, it's okay, Mom, Liu Wutong nodded, but she didn't want to listen to her mother. Come on, Piaoxu, sister has some white rabbit milk candy. It's so sweet. Sweet? Is it sweeter than the mutant grass roots? If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 8 Fried Chicken. Yet, it's sweeter than the mutant grass roots. Liu Wutong felt a little sad. She took out a big bag of candy, unwrapped it, and put one into Liu Piaoxu's mouth under her expectant eyes. Liu Piaoxu was stunned by the sweet taste in her mouth. So sweet. Really sweet. There is such a sweet thing in the world. Sister, you eat it too, okay? Mom, you eat it too. Their whole family wanted to eat it. That night, all the members of the Cheetah team who were assigned instant noodles couldn't wait to make and eat instant noodles as soon as they got home. The waves of instant noodles fragrance harmed their neighbors, causing complaints. At the same time, the legend of Galaxy Supermarket began to spread. Galaxy Supermarket? It's a lie. How can there still be a supermarket now? The people of the Cheetah Squad don't even know how to draft a lie, but where did their instant noodles come from? Who knows? Maybe some space-based superpower stored it. It's been 10 years. Which space-based superpower can store it for that long? The superpowers who heard about this matter unanimously decided to go and find out tomorrow. If it's fake, they will beat up the people of the Cheetah Squad. If it's true, then can't they also exchange it for delicious instant noodles? And those who eat instant noodles are busy finding all the gold in the house to exchange for more things. Liu Wutong's family of 3 were all sucking on sweet milk candies. At this time, the door rang. Big sister. Big sister. What delicious food are you eating? Why don't you share it? Gu Hongho smelled the fragrance as soon as she got home. She smelled it and found that it came from Wang Hufeng's house. She turned her eyes and knew that Wang Hufeng's eldest daughter brought back delicious food. She had to go to her house to try it. Save another dinner. Liu Wutong, who was eating candy, rolled her eyes. Here she comes again. She stood up and hid the things she brought back tightly, then glanced at Wang Hufeng as if warning. Wang Hufeng covered her mouth and nodded. Her eldest daughter was becoming more and more imposing. Open the door, Liu Wutong said to Wang Hufeng and twisted her neck. It was just right for after-dinner activities. Wang Hufeng walked to open the door hesitantly. Liu Piaoxu held Liu Wutong's clothes and hid behind her. As soon as the door opened a crack, Gu Hongho squeezed in impatiently, pushed Wang Hufeng away, and ran all the way to their dining table. As a result, only 3 clean bowls were seen. Gu Hongho shrugged her nose as if she didn't believe it. She clearly smelled the fragrance. Why is it gone? Gu Hongho, why are you coming to my house again? Liu Wutong was annoyed when she saw her behavior. She thought it was her house. I'm here to see if there's anything I can help with. Gu Hongho was a little scared of Liu Wutong. Wang Hufeng was easy to bully, but Liu Wutong was like a puppy, very fierce. If you don't come home every day, be careful of dying outside. Gu Hongho cursed in her heart. Liu Wutong is a superpower. Every time she leaves the base, she can bring back food and daily necessities. Even if she brings them back, she doesn't know how to show respect to the elders. It is said that distant relatives are not as good as close neighbors. If Liu Wutong could give her something every time, she could also help Wang Hufeng. But Liu Wutong, this damn girl, never had a good face every time she saw her. She was on guard against her like a thief, making her look like a bad person. There's nothing I can help with at home. Hurry up and leave. Liu Wutong looked at her with a cold face. Girl, how can you talk like that? Are you polite? I'm your elder. Gu Hongho felt more and more annoyed with Liu Wutong, and she put her hands on her hips and tried to act like an elder. Oh. Aunt Gu, my family doesn't need any help. Please go away quickly. How is it? Is it polite enough? You, big sister, do you care? Gu Hongho was so angry that she couldn't control Liu Wutong. She turned around and went to find Wang Hufang, hoping that Wang Hufang would control her. I can't control her either, Wang Hufang said hesitantly. Gu Honghe looked at Wang Hufang's cowardly appearance and became even angrier. She usually liked Wang Hufang's cowardice and was easy to bully. But now, when Wang Hufang acted like this, she didn't like it. Liu Wutong is your daughter, you don't care? She won't be able to get married in the future. Gu Honghe felt that she was still too kind, and she was still worried about Liu Wutong at this time. It was a pity that Liu Wutong didn't understand it all. Thank you for your blessing, you can go away. Liu Wutong didn't want to watch the fried chicken anymore, so she pushed Gu Honghe out. Hey! I came to your house to help you, but you don't give me any reward? You brought back a lot of good things, didn't you? Gu Honghe had no benefits, so she was reluctant to leave. She held onto the door frame tightly and refused to leave. It's none of your business, hurry up and leave. Liu Wutong began to hide her hands. He wanted to steal her things again, no way. Wang Hufang looked at her daughter's ferocious appearance, her mouth moved a little, but she didn't dare to open her mouth. She felt that her daughter seemed a little bit bad to the neighbors. After all, Gu Honghe usually helped her. For example, there was a gangster who came to her house to rob things. At that time, Liu Wutong was outside the base, and she and Piaoxu were left at home. If Gu Honghe hadn't come to visit and saw that the man was driven away, her house would have been robbed. Wang Hufang completely forgot that Gu Honghe helped drive the man away and asked for almost all of her family's stored food as a thank you gift. She just thought that Gu Honghe was an enthusiastic neighbor who often came to chat with her and made her not too lonely. Liu Wutong drove Gu Honghe out of the house and locked the door again. As soon as she turned around, she saw Wang Hufang's guilty look. Liu Wutong knew what Wang Hufang felt guilty about without asking. She had said it so many times, but Wang Hufang still wanted to hang out with Gu Honghe, and still believed that Gu Honghe was the best neighbor in the world. Gu Honghe would come to her from time to time to cry about not having enough food at home, so she would use the family's stored food to help Gu Honghe. She didn't even look at the fact that Gu Honghe had a good daughter, a strong laborer, who could take on some tasks from the base and support two people anyway. Wutong, it's not easy for Sister Gu. Stop. Liu Wutong made a pause gesture. Mom, I finally came back, and I don't want to hear how miserable Gu Honghe's family is. Her ears were about to get calluses. Alice, Wang Hufang sighed. Why didn't Wutong believe it? Sister Gu's family was really in a worse situation than hers, and it was hard for Sister Gu to come to help so often. Liu Wutong was scared when she saw her mother like this. She glanced at the place where the instant noodles were hidden, and decided to put them in the captain's house and get them when she wanted to eat. Otherwise, such a small amount of instant noodles would have to fly to Gu Honghe's house sooner or later when she was not at home. Piaoxu, this bag of candy is for you, you should keep it well and never give it to certain people. Liu Wutong gave the remaining candy to Liu Piaoxu. Her mother was not sensible, but fortunately her sister was sensible and would not be fooled by Gu Honghe. Liu Piaoxu, who had watched everything, held a large bag of candy and nodded solemnly. She would never believe Gu Honghe's lies like her mother. Those who want to steal her family's food are all bad people. Chapter 9 Lemon Tea. Su Yinhe had a good sleep, but when she woke up, she was a little confused by the foggy scenery outside the window. After she was confused, she remembered that she was traveling in another world. After getting up, she made herself a bowl of clear soup noodles and ate them while watching a drama. After eating the noodles, she threw the bowls and chopsticks into the fully automatic dishwasher. This dishwasher was also reserved by the system, which was very convenient. It felt good not to have to go to work and be scolded by the boss Job after breakfast. After breakfast, Su Yinhe prepared to go downstairs to open the supermarket. Before opening the door, she also made herself a cup of lemon black tea. There was a milk tea shop on the first floor of the supermarket. Before she opened the supermarket, she joined a certain hall and planned to hire someone to sell milk tea on the first floor. The location of the milk tea shop was also very conspicuous, just on the side of the entrance, and the ingredients and fruits were also prepared. Su Yinhe originally thought that she could check out at the counter, and if she wanted to drink milk tea, she could just walk a few steps and ask the clerk to make a cup of milk tea. How convenient it was. As a result, she was beaten before the clerk who made milk tea was recruited. Now she can only do it herself and have enough food and clothing. After finishing, Su Yin took the lemon tea back to the counter, opened the tablet, clicked on it, and opened the supermarket door. The people at the Sun base who had heard the news had been waiting outside the supermarket for a long time. They didn't believe the Cheetah Squad's words before they came, but after they came and saw the 5-story behemoth, they had to believe it. It turned out that the Cheetah Squad was not lying. There really is a supermarket. It's just that the supermarket door has not been opened. Some people saw the snacks placed behind a layer of glass and were greedy, so they used their superpowers to break the glass. As a result, their superpowers were almost exhausted, and there was not even a scratch on the glass. After trying, they could only stay outside and wait for the supermarket to open. It's open, it's open. The superpower who ran to wait before dawn was very excited. After the door opened, people who had been waiting for a long time swarmed in, and the supermarket door was so big that it was almost blocked. Su Yin was almost stunned and drank several sips of lemon tea to calm down. "Welcome to Galaxy Supermarket. Are you the owner of this supermarket?" a supernatural person asked. "Yes. Welcome to shop. We accept gold payment." Su Yin smiled slightly and looked at them very gently. They all came to give her money. "Why give gold? You've already come in, just rob it, big brother." An impatient supernatural person wanted to rob directly, and smiled cruelly at Su Yin. "There was no way to get in before, but now that you're in, there's only one little girl. What's there to be afraid of?" He is a level 5 gold supernatural person. Su Yin's smile disappeared, and he looked at the person who spoke coldly. The other supernatural people tacitly didn't say anything, nor did they stop him. They also wanted to see what happened next. After all, after struggling in this cruel doomsday for so many years, few of the surviving supernatural people are kind people. What's more, those supernatural people who rushed over to explore the truth as soon as they received the news also came with the idea of picking up leaks. If this store owner can't do anything about this first bird and is robbed, then they can naturally follow suit. If this person who sticks out gets taught a lesson by the store owner, they can also take the opportunity to see the store owner's strength, then decide how to treat the store owner. The eldest brother didn't say anything. The eldest brother brought this idiot here specially. This idiot is the most brainless one in his team, and he is impulsive and competitive. He is most suitable to play as a forward. Su Yin didn't reply, and the gold-type psychic didn't want to wait for her reply. After saying a few words, he conjured up several sharp blades and shot them straight at her. Su Yin didn't move, as if she was scared silly. Seeing that she didn't react, the gold-type psychic thought that she was shocked by him, and showed a smug smile. But before he could finish being proud, the metal blades flying towards Su Yin changed direction when they were about to fly near her and flew towards him. When the gold-type psychic saw the blades flying back, his face changed. Someone could actually control his blades. Could that girl also be a gold-type psychic? The psychics around him all stepped aside. "If you die, don't implicate others." The gold-type psychic used his power again, trying to control the metal blades. But he didn't expect that the blades he created with his power were out of his control. There was no reaction at all. He couldn't feel them at all. Seeing that the blades were about to penetrate his body, the gold-type psychic hurriedly used his power to metalize his limbs and torso, leaving only his face, and then raised his hands to block his face. He thought that in this way, the metal blades flying back would be bounced off by his metalized body. As a result, to everyone's surprise, the metal blades pierced through his 2 metalized arms and his neck, and finally disappeared. In a blink of an eye, his head rolled to the ground. His eyes were still full of disbelief. His head rolled to the side of his eldest brother, his eyes wide open. The eldest brother, whoever brought the person, remembered to take it away. In response, Su Yin just said indifferently. Su Yin didn't have any real feelings for this end of the world. It wasn't her world. It was annoying when someone was looking for trouble. "He called you big brother, you know each other. Drag him away now, don't affect the supermarket environment." Su Yin pointed at the big brother. This was the absolute defense of the supermarket activated, but everyone who saw it thought it was Su Yin who did it. Without moving his hands, he killed a person. What a master. The people who came immediately became alert. They couldn't find out the bottom of it for the time being, so they could only make friends. The big brother nodded and ordered the other brothers to drag the man out. He had a lot of brothers, and he didn't feel bad if one died. "Excuse me, what do you sell here?" After so many years of struggling in the end times, most of the superpowers are still very smart. Only a few are brainless. This is a supermarket, what do you sell? She has such a big supermarket with so many stocks. If she said them one by one, she would be exhausted. Then what can this gold bar buy? The superpower took out a gold bar and asked. When they came, they knew that the goods in this supermarket had to be bought with gold bars, so they brought a lot of gold bars. Su Yinhe took it, looked at it, and reported a number. It's worth 50 yuan. You can go in and get something worth 50 yuan. I won't give you change. 50? So little. Before he came, he heard that the Cheetah Squad exchanged a broken necklace for something worth 500 yuan. How come he only got 50? Such a big gold bar of his is worth hundreds of necklaces. Do you have any objection? Su Yinhe raised an eyebrow. She really didn't like these people. Don't think she didn't know what they were thinking. If she couldn't suppress the superpower just now and was robbed, these people would definitely rob her. They are so honest now, just because they don't know her background. When the gold superpower wanted to bully her just now, the other superpowers all looked like they were watching the show, and had no intention of helping. But she also understood, they are all human beings. It's normal to protect yourself. So it's normal for her to set the price at will. If you don't want to change, you don't have to. She doesn't force them. Su Yinhe smiles. Don't miss it if you pass by Yin Supermarket, the prices are fair. Chapter 10 Tomato-flavored potato chips. Don't dare, how could he dare to object after watching the gold-type superpower lose his precious head in front of him? He could only swallow his anger and go into shop. Although the superpower was very angry during the process, he was still stunned when he entered the shopping area of the supermarket. There were so many things in this supermarket, just like the supermarket before the end of the world. In a trance, he thought that the past 10 years were just a dream. He wanted everything in the supermarket, but unfortunately, he only had 50 yuan. There were too few things that could be bought with 50 yuan. He wanted to empty the supermarket, but he could only think about it. When the superpower entered the shopping area and was so entangled that he wanted to pull his hair. Hearing that the Cheetah Squad bought a bunch of instant noodles outside the base, the Tiger Squad also came to the Galaxy supermarket to explore the situation. Xu Jiaoqin saw the abundant supplies in the Galaxy supermarket through the glass, and his eyes turned red with jealousy. Boss, there are so many things. Let's grab them. With these things, are you still worried about not being able to show your face in front of the young lady? Xu Jiaoqin, the younger brother next to Xu Jiaoqin, obviously understood Xu Jiaoqin very well and encouraged him. Xu Jiaoqin knew that Xu Jiaoqin wanted to hear this kind of words at this time. And the reason why Xu Jiaoqin, could become the second in command of the Tiger Squad was because he could read people's expressions. Grab it. Muzu will definitely praise me. Xu Jiaoqin's eyes were red. Grab it. Then our Tigers will be the first team of the base. Xu Jiaoqin continued to respond. Let's go. Su Yinhe was still collecting gold bars. Many people came today and brought a lot of gold bars. She was so tired of receiving them. After the superpower came out with a bunch of snacks and ate tomato-flavored potato chips in front of other superpowers, all the superpowers present were stimulated. Damn. It's potato chips. So fragrant. Why not in their mouths? The stimulated superpowers rushed to exchange gold bars for snacks. Su Yinhe was busy counting the money and taking inventory. However, she was happy no matter how busy she was. After all, what she earned belonged to her. It was not like when she was a social animal. She was so busy that she almost died suddenly, but the money belonged to her boss Joe Paopi. The superpowers were scrambling for the money, but they all lined up honestly for Su Yinhe. After seeing what Su Yinhe did, no one dared to cut in line. At this time, Xu Jiaoqin, who rushed up to cut in line without queuing, was quite obvious. Who is it? You don't want to queue, where's your quality? The superpower who was hit twice became angry. He was worried that it would not be his turn, but someone dared to cut in line? However, after seeing Xu Jiaoqin, the angry superpower lost his temper and pulled the other superpowers who were angry and cursing. Xu Jiaoqin is famous in the Sun base. He is an 8th-level thunder superpower and the captain of the Tiger Squad. He has a hot temper and is unreasonable. Of course, his most famous identity is the #1 liquor of the little princess Lin Muxue in the base. I want this supermarket. Get out of here if you know what's good for you. Xu Jiaoqin originally thought that he might have to work hard to take over this supermarket, but after seeing Su Yinhe, he felt that he was overthinking. For such a delicate little girl, he didn't even have to work hard. After Xu Jiaoqin finished speaking, He didn't care about Su Yin's reaction and started to inspect it directly. This supermarket is quite big and nice. It will belong to him from now on. There are a lot of snacks, Muxue will definitely like it. You, all get out of here, this supermarket will belong to me from now on. Put down everything you have in your hands. Xu Jiaoqin was very upset when he saw someone checking out with a bunch of snacks. Let me make it clear, the supermarket is mine. Do you think it's your home? Su Yinhe was almost laughing with anger. Xu Jiaoqin is more like the owner than her. Yours? It's yours, but it will belong to me from now on, Xu Jiaoqin nodded. He didn't say it wasn't hers, but it would belong to him from now on. What the hell are you thinking about? You know what's good for you and leave quickly, otherwise. Xu Jiaoqin raised his right hand, and lightning crackled on his right hand. Xu Jiaoqin thought that he could scare Su Yinhe and she would give up the supermarket. But when Su Yinhe saw the little lightning, she just wanted to laugh. What a stupid thing. Today is the second day of opening the store, and I met 2 idiots in a row. It's really interesting. Whoever helps me beat him up, I will give him a credit of 500 yuan. If you beat him up together, everyone will get a credit. After Su Yinhe spoke, the eyes of the people who were watching the excitement turned red. 500 yuan. So much? You know, they just exchanged gold bars, and the most they exchanged was only 150. Now you can get 500 just by beating someone. How many things can you buy with 500? A group of people looked at Xu Jiaoqin like hungry wolves seeing a big piece of fat meat. Their eyes were shining. Xu Jiaoqin felt cold behind his back. These superpowers are usually reluctant to offend Xu Jiaoqin. After all, Xu Jiaoqin's superpower level is quite high, and he has some relationship with the top leaders of the base. But now, there are benefits. What's more, the store owner has spoken, so it's okay to come together, and the law does not punish the masses. So, the superpowers who had long been disgusted with Xu Jiaoqin began to beat him up. They were even afraid of dirtying the supermarket, so they dragged Xu Jiaoqin out of the supermarket before they began to besiege him. Xu Jiaoqin was an 8th level thunder superpower, and his superpowers were powerful, but no matter how powerful he was, he could not defeat more than 30 superpowers with superpowers of the same level as him. He was beaten badly. The other members of the Tiger Squad were also beaten badly. The store owner was so generous, and if they only beat Xu Jiaoqin, they would not feel at ease to take the money. The people in the Tiger Squad usually bullied men and women, and they deserved to be beaten. The group of superpowers who beat people came back to Su Yinhe to ask for credit, and Su Yinhe also readily gave them a quota of 500 each. After giving the quota, she opened the tablet and blacklisted the people of the Tiger Squad. From then on, the people of the Tiger Squad would never step into the Galaxy supermarket again. It's interesting to see idiots occasionally, but she doesn't want to see idiots every day. She came to open a supermarket to make money, not to see idiots. Delicious, the potato chips are delicious. Owner, will you still be here in the future? A man ate potato chips and tears fell. It has been 10 years since he last ate potato chips. Now, he finally ate them again. They were still his favorite tomato-flavored potato chips. But as he ate, he began to worry. This supermarket suddenly appeared next to the base. It would not suddenly disappear tomorrow. If the supermarket disappeared, what would happen to his potato chips? What would he do? It depends. There are so many bases, she needs to see more. Then owner, are you still short of employees? You see, such a big supermarket, you need employees to organize it. The man stopped eating potato chips and asked with a shameless face. Chujing, I can hear your calculations from 10 miles away. Someone who knew him slapped his head. Owner, don't pay attention to him. He is very talkative and smooth talking. I am more honest, Lao do, you. Chapter 11 Brainless Fans. Xu Jiaoqin was beaten up by several superpowers and was covered in wounds. Xu Jiaoqin touched his bleeding mouth and asked him with bared teeth, Boss, what should we do now? He just tried, and they seemed unable to get in. As soon as they reached the supermarket door, there would be an invisible barrier blocking them. But other people could get in. He was so angry. Let's go back first. Xu Jiaoqin looked at many people holding a bunch of things bought from the supermarket and wanted to rob them. But he had just been beaten up, and he was afraid of being beaten again. And he was in great pain now. Is that it? Xu Jiaoqin was a little unwilling. After he joined the Tiger Squad, he had always been respected because he was good at flattering and had always taken advantage of the Tiger Squad's prestige. This was the first time he was beaten. He was unwilling not to retaliate. Of course not. I will make them pay the price, Xu Jiaoqin touched the wound on his body, his face fierce. Xu Jiaoqin went back in disgrace and prepared to find his backer. On Su Yin's side, she was very generous in collecting gold bars. I don't know if someone exchanged something with Su Yinhe and showed it off to the base, so those who didn't believe it at first had to believe it after seeing what they took back. They were afraid that the things in the supermarket would be exchanged out, so they all rushed to exchange. Is this oden? Fuck. I haven't eaten it for 10 years, it smells so good. Marshmallow. There are marshmallows here. Baby, your favorite marshmallow. Instant noodles, I want instant noodles. By Yuan and I are neighbors. She cooked instant noodles late at night last night, and I woke up with her greed. Some supernatural people who were not short of money or gold bars took a lot of gold bars to exchange with Su Yinhe, and then went in to make purchases. After the purchases were made, they hurriedly transported them back home, and then exchanged the gold bars at home. They wanted to exchange all the gold bars in one day. They heard that this supermarket can fly. It might fly away at any time. By then, they couldn't exchange them even if they wanted to. They had to hurry up and exchange everything they wanted while the supermarket was still there. Instant noodles, mixed noodles, potato chips, biscuits, milk candy, luncheon meat, oden, jelly. This place is simply heaven. Some people are serious about exchanging gold bars, while others are shameless and want to sell their bodies for snacks. Su Yinhe was entangled by several men who thought they were good-looking and had good figures for a whole day. Not only did she have to count the money, but she also had to listen to their bragging. Su Yinhe, I don't want to see men. Gold bars are my favorite. The people from the Cheetah Squad also came, but when they came, they saw many people rushing to buy in the supermarket, and they didn't bother to reminisce with Su Yinhe. Although they knew that this supermarket was weird and things couldn't be sold out. But people are like this. When they see others rushing to buy, they feel a sense of urgency. Those who didn't want to rush to buy also ran to grab. Considering that they were the first wave of customers, Su Yinhe gave them a high price. They exchanged one gold bar for 1,000 yuan. Someone who didn't know the inside story saw it and questioned it. Boss, why can we only exchange for 100 or 80 yuan, while theirs is 1,000 yuan? Su Yinhe raised her eyes and replied, I'm happy. The person who asked the question dared to be angry but not to speak. The story of Xu Jiaoqin has spread. What's more, this is just a supermarket. He dare not make Su Yinhe angry. If Su Yinhe is angry, beating him up is a small matter, but if he closes the supermarket, it will be a big deal. Where can he buy this instant noodle milk tea? The Cheetah Squad thought Su Yinhe was cruel at first. After all, they exchanged a small necklace for 500 yuan yesterday, and such a big gold bar for only 1,000 yuan today. But when they heard the man's question, they instantly felt that Su Yinhe was generous. And because of Su Yinhe's different treatment, they were actually a little proud. They are different from others. The store manager must like them. That's why he treats them differently. Su Yinhe got goosebumps when he was looked at by the affectionate eyes of the Cheetah Squad. What kind of eyes is this? It's scary. Su Yinhe hugged herself silently. It's not easy to be a capitalist these days. Within a day, the name of Su Yinhe and Yin Supermarket spread throughout the Sun base. Some people who had bought things in the supermarket wanted everyone to buy things from Yin Supermarket, and they tried their best to recommend it. Some people thought that the more people knew about it, the more competitors they would have, and they were afraid that they would not be able to buy things from the supermarket in the future, so they tried their best to slander it. What? You can buy instant noodles and snacks in Yin Supermarket? It's fake. It's been a few years since the end of the world. How can there still be a supermarket? That's right. Don't believe those people's lies. This supermarket is a scam. The people who said this just want to trick you out and rob you of your things. Yes, yes, yes. And the person who said this immediately went home to find valuable things after saying it. Yin Supermarket. Here I come. Smart people were not deceived. The stupid ones were all deceived. Not only were they deceived, but they also helped to say bad things about Yin Supermarket, thinking that they were clarifying rumors and helping people not to be deceived. But they didn't notice that the person who spoke first had already run to Yin Supermarket. Bai Yuan was very angry. She recommended it to others, but those people didn't believe it. They insisted that she was lying, saying that their cheetah team wanted to trick people out of the base and steal things. Humph. You thought they were from the tiger team. Their cheetah team has a good reputation, okay? They said they were liars, but they didn't even look at how much they got back. Okay, Yuan, It's their loss if they don't believe it. Xu Jiaoqin didn't understand why Bai Yuanhun was so angry. In fact, she had selfish motives and didn't want to tell others about the Galaxy supermarket. There were so many people in the base. Although the Galaxy supermarket was a bit weird and the things inside could never be taken away, she didn't think the things in the Galaxy supermarket were unlimited. If too many people went there, what if they took everything away? Then they would be gone. You can say she was selfish or stingy, she just wanted to be better for herself and the Cheetah team. It would be best if the goods in the supermarket were only sold to them. But unfortunately, the supermarket was not hers. The supermarket belonged to Su Yinhe. And Su Yinhe could sell it to whoever she wanted. I'm just very unhappy. Yin is so nice and bought a lot of things for us at such a low price. But someone slandered her like this. What if she said, Bai Yuanhun drank Su Yinhe's coke and has become a die-hard fan of Su Yinhe? Sad. Xu Jiaoqin thought of Su Yinhe sitting at the counter collecting gold bars and moved her lips, wanting to tell Bai Yuanhun that she wouldn't be sad. But seeing the fanaticism in Bai Yuanhun's eyes, she shut up wisely. Desperate fans can't afford to offend. Do whatever you want. Xu Jiaoqin patted Bai Yuanhun on the shoulder. As the captain, she was old and couldn't control him anymore. Xu Jiaoqin's back looked a little lonely when she turned around. Chapter 12 Lin Muxue. Supermarket. Lin Muxue turned the pen in her hand and raised her eyebrows. Yes, Hu Dashin knelt in front of Lin Muxue, his eyes fanatical. Lin Muxue had good information. As early as when the rumor about Galaxy Supermarket appeared in the base, her subordinates reported it to her. But at that time, she just thought it was made up by someone to deceive people. But from what Hu Dashin said, it seemed to be true. Lin Muxue put down the pen in her hand, leaned forward, and gently lifted Hu Dashin's chin with her fingertips. How big is that supermarket, and how many people are there? Hu Dashin was so happy to have close contact with a goddess that he trembled all over and even forgot the injuries on his body. It's very big, as high as 5 floors, but we only went into the first floor. It seems that we are not allowed to go to the second floor. There was only one person, a woman. Hearing this, a dark light flashed in Lin Muxue's eyes. As pretty as me. How can she be compared with you? You are much prettier than her. Su Yinhe is pretty, but Hu Dashin has a lover's eye for beauty. In his eyes, Lin Muxue is the most beautiful in the world. Lin Muxue nodded with satisfaction and took back her hand. Okay, I got it. You can go out now. Then the supermarket. Hu Dashin looked at Lin Muxue's hand and was a little dissatisfied. I'll take care of it. After all, you are mine, and I won't let others bully you. Lin Muxue smiled and bewitched Hu Dashin. Hu Dashin nodded in a daze, walked out in a daze, and closed the door considerately. Muxue smiled at him. Muxue wanted to vent his anger for him. After Hu Dashin went out, Lin Muxue's smile disappeared and she wiped her fingers that had just touched Hu Dashin. Disgusting. It stinks. I don't know how many months she hasn't taken a shower. If it weren't for his powerful supernatural power and his usefulness, she would have. Lin Muxue was the only one left here, so she no longer concealed her evil intentions towards Hu Dashin. After wiping her hands, Lin Muxue thought about the supermarket that Hu Dashin brought. It has been 10 years since the end of the world. Even if she is the niece of the person in charge of the base, and her daily food and daily necessities are better than those of ordinary people, compared with the living standards before the end of the world, it is completely incomparable. Now there is a supermarket, and there are still a lot of supplies in this supermarket, just like the supermarket before the end of the world. If it is really as Hu Dashin said, then this supermarket has successfully aroused her interest. Such a good supermarket should belong to the base. Lin Muxue smiled. How can a woman manage a large supermarket well? Of course, it should be handed over to the base and let the base manage it. The woman opened the supermarket next to the base. Isn't it because she wants the base to protect her? Then shouldn't she pay some protection fees? I haven't chatted with my uncle for a long time recently. Of course, before chatting with my uncle, I still have to ask the people below. Although she felt that Hu Dashin would not have the brains to lie to her, what if? Lin Muxue was always cautious in doing things. Lin Muxue asked a few more people and confirmed that it was true. One of them went to the Galaxy supermarket to exchange things, and showed Lin Muxue a pack of instant noodles. Lin Muxue looked at the instant noodles in her hand. And her thoughts became even more intense. After asking about all the things about the Galaxy supermarket, Lin Muxue dressed up and took the pack of instant noodles to chat with her dear uncle. Supermarket? A 5-story supermarket. Lin Muxue didn't quite believe the supermarket. It's been a few years since the end of the world? How could someone open a supermarket with so many things at once? But the instant noodles in his hand told him that what his niece said was true. Uncle, I heard that it has been open for 2 days, and many people have gone to exchange. In front of Lin Muxue, Lin Muxue is a well-behaved, obedient and sensible niece. Hasn't the base been worried recently about the end of the safe period and not having enough food in stock? I see that your hair has turned white with worry. As soon as I heard about this, I remembered it. I hurried to tell you. But I don't know if someone deliberately set up a trap to trick people out of the base to steal things, and I have to send someone to check it out. Only when someone investigates it yourself will you be more convinced. Lin Muxue didn't plan to tell Lin Muxue directly. Thank you, Xiaoqin. I will send someone to check. If someone deliberately makes trouble, then throw him to feed the zombies. If it's true. Xiaoqin, you saved the entire base? Lin Muxue pulled Lin Muxue, thinking that he had done the right thing in raising this niece. When he didn't have children and adopted Muxue, his friends laughed at him for helping his eldest brother raise a child. Those people didn't know how thoughtful Muxue was. I just want to help my uncle solve the problem. Lin Muxue was a little embarrassed. Anyway, you helped a lot. Indeed, a supermarket can't save an entire base. But if the supplies in the supermarket are really that rich, the base can take the scarce supplies in the supermarket and exchange them with those who have more food in the base. Although it is the end of the world, there are still many people who have a lot of food. Some people don't even have a bowl of porridge, but some people have several warehouses of food. It doesn't matter if the food is worse or unpalatable. Add more water. It won't be enough to eat, but if it is distributed, at least not too many people will starve to death. The safe period is almost over, and I don't know what the next disaster will be. But as long as there is a bite to eat, more people will survive. At that time, all of this will be counted on him, and those who survived will have to thank him. If the public support rate is high, then his voice in the base will naturally be high. It's good to help Uncle. Lin Muxue knew that Lin Muxue was persuaded by her when she saw Lin Muxue's expression. If Lin Muxue took over the supermarket, she would have to pick things first. Do I need to spend gold to buy it? Lin Muxue didn't want to spend so much gold to exchange, and then ask a woman to exchange it. Kneeling down. Lin Muxue couldn't do it. Lin Muxue smiled. Lin Muxue and Lin Muxue discussed how to distribute the supplies after taking over the supermarket in exchange with those who had stored food. No one noticed that someone had been standing outside the door listening to their plan. Lin Muxue originally came to hand in the information, but it was such a coincidence that his sister went in first. Lin Muxue didn't want to be in the same room with Lin Muxue, so he stood outside the door and waited, intending to go in after Lin Muxue finished talking. But who would have thought that Lin Muxue didn't close the door tightly, leaving a gap? Lin Muxue, who was standing at the door, heard their words clearly. Lin Muxue supported his forehead. This was not considered as his deliberate eavesdropping. Lin Muxue successfully instigated Lin Muxue and left with satisfaction. Unexpectedly, when she opened the door and was about to leave, she saw her brother Lin Muxue. Why are you here? Lin Muxue frowned. Lin Muxue didn't say anything, shook the information in his hand, and then went in. Lin Muxue looked at the door, then at Lin Muxue's proud back, her eyebrows furrowed to the point of nodding. Could he have heard everything? Chapter 13 Cold and Merciless Baozi. After handing over the things, Lin Muxue started to think about it when he left. Lin Muxue is his sister. He knows this sister very well. At a young age, she dislikes her father and insists on being raised by her uncle. Relying on her sweet talk, she forced her uncle Lin Muxue to adopt her even though her father was still alive. His father was so angry that he jumped up and down. But he couldn't do anything about Lin Muxue. Lin Muxue is a thoughtful person. This time she specifically talked to her uncle about the supermarket. I guess she was thinking about occupying it. Lin Muxue has been thinking about it. The more he thinks about it, the more he feels wrong. He said a few words to his good friend Qi Yan. Analyze it for me. Is Lin Muxue going to harm someone again? Qi Yan paused. Supermarket? Yes, some galaxy supermarket, just like the supermarket before the end of the world. But I think it's unlikely. Who has such a large space to store so many supplies? Even if there is, I guess they can't help but take it out and use it. I guess Lin Muxue wants to occupy other people's supermarkets, deliberately exaggerating, and instigating Lin Muxue. Speaking of this uncle, Lin Muxue is not very happy. His uncle Lin Nianbi and Lin Muxue are simply birds of a feather. One tries hard to climb up, even though the people at the bottom of the base live so hard. But he only has power in his eyes, and his mind is to fight for power and profit. The other is deep-minded and jealous. He wants to have the best of everything, and thinks about how to grab what he doesn't have. After hearing so much, Lin Muxue didn't believe what Lin Muxue said. How could such a supermarket exist? Like Qi Yan, he knows the space ability of the largest space. Qi Yan is very picky and very smart. When the end of the world came, after awakening the space ability, the first thing he did was to stock up, all kinds of stock. He saw Qi Yan stock up with his own eyes. If a person saves a little, the supplies he stocked would be enough to live a lifetime. But Qi Yan is too picky, a grown man, living more delicately than a woman. Those things he stocked up, he kept hoarding. Now, most of them have been hoarded. Brother Qi, I'm really worried that you'll die someday. Lin Muxue thought about it and felt sad. Although Qi Yan is a person with a sharp tongue, picky, and princess syndrome. But as a friend, he is still very loyal. He felt sad when he thought that Qi Yan might starve himself to death because of being too picky one day. Qi Yan, take your hands away. Oh, really, princess syndrome? You can't touch this, you can't touch that. As a brother, he doesn't even put his arm around her shoulder. Lin Muxue, I recently found a plant that seems to be able to poison people with just a little juice. I just need an experimental subject. Fuck, Lin Muxue jumped away. I'm your brother, I just got hit by you. It's not that serious. He actually wanted to poison him and make him mute? Only because he had a good relationship with Qi Yan did he talk so much to him. In front of others, he was very cold, okay? If I didn't know me, you wouldn't have been able to touch me at all. Qi Yan put away the pile of tools. I'll go and see tomorrow. Now you can get out. Qi Yan ordered him to leave. Hey. How long have I been here? Qi Yan, you are becoming more and more indifferent. Lin Muxue, who was kicked out of the door, pondered for a while before figuring out what Qi Yan meant. Is he going to visit the supermarket tomorrow? No way. Qi Yan is such a smart person. He actually believes in this kind of nonsense. Unexpectedly, Qi Yan has become stupid. Sure enough, he is the smartest one. Lin Muxue sighed. Is this the feeling of being lonely at the top? The next day, Lin Muxue came to Qi Yan's house early. Although he was not interested in its supermarket and thought it was a lie, he was interested in Qi Yan's breakfast. Qi Yan has a large space. Although the inventory is almost consumed now, a lean camel is bigger than a horse, and he still has a lot of good things in his hands. Is this a bun? Woo, it's delicious. You don't know what I've eaten these 2 days. Lin Muxue ate a big bun in 3 bites, finished one, and while eating the second one, he complained to Qi Yan while stuffing it. My dad made it. It was mushy, fishy and smelly. I almost vomited all the food I had left overnight. A child without a mother is like a weed. What his father made is simply a dark dish. Qi Yan prepared 5 buns, but he only ate half of it. The remaining 4.5 went into Lin Muxue's mouth. After he ate half of it, he took a glass of boiled water and drank it. He used to eat noodles for breakfast. The noodles were cooked and steaming hot. When they were put into the space, they were still steaming hot. When they were taken out, they were still steaming hot. But now they are all gone. Not only the noodles, but also wontons, soy milk, fried dough sticks, etc. have been eaten. Now you have to drink boiled water to eat a bun. Qi Yan has always been picky, especially when it comes to food. He can't be frugal no matter what. Sometimes, if it's too unpalatable, he simply doesn't eat it. For example, now. Brother Qi, you really will starve to death sooner or later. Lin Muxue ate 4.5 buns and was finally full. After eating, he took 2 sips of hot water, looked at Qi Yan who seemed to be ascending to heaven, and said something again. Qi Yan ignored him and sorted out his backpack. What's in your bag? No, you already have space. Why do you still carry a backpack? Gold bars. Qi Yan didn't really want to talk to this idiot, but this idiot was his friend, and he couldn't get rid of him. Why do you carry gold bars? Lin Muxue still looked like a curious baby. Qi Yan, who told him to go to that galaxy supermarket to exchange gold bars for things? What he said yesterday. Did Lin Muxue think he was Lin Muxue? Just robbed things. Let's go. He saw that Lin Muxue didn't need to digest. You are responsible for carrying it. Qi Yan threw the backpack to Lin Muren. After eating so much of his food, it's not too much to carry a backpack. Lin Muren took the backpack and put it on his back happily like a fool. Hey. You don't really believe it. Go and exchange things. What if it's a trap just like what Lin Muxue said? Lin Muren walked and tried to put his arm around Qi Yan's shoulders. Qi Yan dodged flexibly. New clothes, can't get dirty. Brother Qi, I think you remembered your birthday wrong. Look at you, you look like a Virgo. She was afraid of getting dirty here and there, and she even complained that he had a sweaty smell when she put her arm around his shoulders. By so tall, like a little princess. I think you were a woman in your previous life, and a princess at that. Qi Yan ignored him. And Lin Muren could still talk happily by himself. She kept talking about princess. Qi Yan didn't care about him. He was generous and didn't argue with fools. Yesterday, after Lin Muren left, he asked someone about the Galaxy supermarket and learned that he could really exchange for a lot of things. He is now full of expectations for the Galaxy supermarket. He is tired of eating cold buns every morning. He needs to make up for his 3 meals a day. The kind of hot ones. The male lead appeared and received warm applause. Chapter 14 Instant Noodles and Braised Eggs. Fuck. There really is a supermarket. I'm not dreaming, right? Brother Qi, pinch yourself and see if it hurts, Lin Mu exclaimed after seeing the Galaxy supermarket. Qi Yan, he's not a fool. So, there are really a lot of delicious food. As a foodie, Lin Muren thought of this first. But, he doesn't seem to have gold bars, so he can't exchange them? Thinking of Qi Yan taking those gold bars before leaving, and even mocking Qi Yan, Lin Muren felt a little embarrassed. But fortunately, he is shameless enough. Brother Qi, look, I carried it all the way for you. Qi Yan didn't say anything, but just raised 2 fingers. Great. Brother Qi, you're so nice. Lin Muren was so happy that he wanted to hook Qi Yan's back again. Qi Yan took 2 steps forward and just dodged. I smell a fragrance. It should be something you will like. Really? Let me smell it. Lin Muren moved his nose and really smelled a fragrance. It smells so good. Let's go. Lin Muren wanted to cry when he smelled it. It smells so good. It smells better than the meat buns I just snatched. I want to eat it. Qi Yan breathed a sigh of relief after successfully diverting Lin Muren's attention. Lin Muren was such a rude man. Every time he hooked his shoulder, he would scrap a piece of clothing. Although he had stored a lot of clothes in the space before, clothes were consumable items for him. The kind that could not be repaired after wearing them. Sooner or later, they would be consumed. After meeting Lin Muren, he scrapped 3 sets of clothes on average every day. If this continued, he would have no clothes to wear before he died. He didn't want to run naked. When he calculated, he forgot to take accidents into account. Although Lin Muren seemed very brainless here in Qi Yan, he was still very smart outside. Before entering the Galaxy supermarket, he knew to pull 2 superpowers to find out what was going on inside. The 2 superpowers he pulled didn't want to stay. After exchanging so many good things, they were of course eager to take them back to share with their families. But when he saw that it was Lin Muren, the reluctance was completely gone. This is Lin Muren. Lin Nianbai, a senior executive of the base, was his uncle. In addition, Lin Muren himself had powerful supernatural powers, so everyone who saw him gave him some face. The 2 supernaturals excitedly explained the matter about the Galaxy supermarket. Lin Muren learned from them that if he wanted to go in and buy things, he had to first exchange the gold bars with a store manager inside for money, and then he could go shopping. The money he exchanged must be spent, because there was no change. Change? He hadn't heard this word for a long time. He still missed it a little. After the end of the world, order collapsed, and the original monetary system was also in chaos. For a long time, everyone bartered. It was not until the base was established that contribution points were available, but at the beginning, people in the base were afraid that the base would be gone by accident, so they didn't dare to use them, and still adopted the method of bartering. Fortunately, the Sun base lasted for a long time, and gradually, the contribution value was also accepted by people. There was no change for the contribution value. As for the money that the gold bars could be exchanged for, it was also very random, depending on the mood of the store owner. Depend on the mood? Lin Muren asked again, is it so casual? Yes. When she is in a good mood, she will exchange more. When she is in a bad mood, there was a superpower who was really pitiful. He accidentally made her angry, and a gold bar this big. The superpower who spoke compared the width and length, only exchanged for 50 yuan, but there was a superpower who used a small gold bead to exchange for 1,000 yuan. As he spoke, the superpower's eyes revealed deep envy. Why didn't he run into the time when the store owner was in a particularly good mood? When he exchanged, the store owner was in an average mood, and the money he exchanged was not too much or too little. But at least it was better than the superpower who made the store owner angry. Today, his son can have a good meal. He bought instant noodles and braised eggs. His wife and son must be happy. Thank you, Lin Muxue thanked the two and let them go. After asking questions, Lin Muxue returned to Qi Yan, clasped his hands together, and began to pray. Lin Muxue kept muttering, "Bless, bless, the owner must be in a good mood." Instant noodles, braised eggs, ham sausage. Qi Yan heard what he was muttering. He brought a backpack of gold bars. Even if one bar could only be exchanged for 50 yuan, it was a lot. Qi Yan couldn't understand why Lin Muxue was worried about this. He forgot that there were quite a few gold bars in the backpack, but they were all his. Lin Muxue only had 2 bars he gave her. Su Yinhe was not in a good mood. She was very busy at the cashier before, because she had to change money for people and pay the bills. But later she found that she could change as much money as she wanted. As for paying the bills, people who have been struggling in the end times and have been hungry for several years will accurately collect enough money. They dare not take more than the amount of money. After all, they all know the fate of the first wave of people who came to make trouble. And the first wave of people also publicized Su Yinhe's weirdness very well. In fact, they did not exaggerate the publicity. At most, they said that Su Yinhe waved her hand and the head of the gold-type superpower who was looking for trouble was gone. However, this word changed as it was passed on. The owner of this supermarket waved his hand casually, and dozens of gold-type mutants were wiped out. So now people who come to buy things are like quails. They are very obedient. Even if some people think that Su Yinhe is too casual when changing money, they dare not say anything. Who makes her the owner? This is just a supermarket. If she gets angry, what will happen to the supermarket? They have all heard that this supermarket can fly and move to another place in a flash. There are so many things in the supermarket, and they haven't seen them all yet. It's easy to change money, and people who buy things after changing money are also very conscious of collecting enough money. She also found a function on the tablet that automatically detects whether someone has taken out extra things. With this function, she doesn't have to worry about someone taking extra things and having to check them one by one. Strictly speaking, she only needs to change money for them. There is no need to check out at all. People who take more can't leave, and those who take less. No, they won't take less at all. People who are used to living a hard life, how can they be willing to waste a penny? Every time they were about to leave after taking something, they would count more than 10 times to make sure that they took exactly the right number of things. Just like she used to get a discount by collecting the full amount. Every time Su Yinhe saw this scene, she would remember that she used to be a social animal, and was exploited by her boss so much that she didn't even have time to go downstairs to eat. She could only order takeout and work while eating takeout. Then the salary was very little, and she couldn't bear to eat expensive takeout. She had to order with her colleagues to collect the full amount and get a discount. Then every time she collected the full amount, she would find that there was a little more or a little less in the end, and then she had to give up the takeout she had set her eyes on and wanted to eat at the beginning. Go order a takeout that she was not interested in, but ordered just enough money to collect the full amount. So miserable, Su Yinhe felt sorry for herself. Fortunately, she is not the one suffering now. The previous second, Su Yinhe covered her little face and cried, "I am so miserable." The next second, Su Yinhe's face changed immediately. Fortunately, I am not the one suffering now. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 15 Can Luncheon Meet. It's not tiring now. As for the reason why she was in a bad mood today, it was because she found that her land was dirty. Who can guarantee that they are clean after living in the end times for 10 years? Even if they have the ability to keep themselves clean, they dare not be too ostentatious. Everyone is dirty, and you are the only one who is clean. Isn't it obvious that you are up to no good? You will be robbed sooner or later. The Cheetah Squad she met a few days ago, although their clothes were a little torn and they smelled a little, but fortunately they were not outrageous. However, the people who came in the past few days were really adjusting her bottom line, one after another. She tolerated the dirty bodies and greasy hair. After all, she had to make money. Making money, there is a price to pay. However, some people smell too strong. She just exchanged money for a man who exuded a foul smell, and the smell almost made her faint. After the exchange, the man did not go in to buy things immediately, but stood and approached her, causing a scolding from behind. He didn't care, and kept asking Su Yinhe if she had a man. Su Yinhe's face was frozen. If she didn't leave, she would curse. It was so stinking. First, she didn't need a man. Second, if she wanted a man, she wouldn't look for one that stinks. It's not that she discriminates against people, she just likes cleaner ones. At least the kind that won't make her faint. Fortunately, the man was finally driven away by the people queuing behind him. But before leaving, he looked at her reluctantly and even wanted to report the 3 highs to her. Su Yinhe didn't want to dirty her ears, so she quickly changed money for the person behind her and let the person behind her squeeze him away. She was so fast that she had never been so fast in her life. So, when Qian and Lin Muxue arrived, the cashier counter was empty, with only Su Yinhe alone. There were many people inside. "Are you changing money here?" Lin Muxue went up first, and Qian walked over slowly. Yes, Su Yinhe saw Lin Muxue and Qian, and her originally tired eyes instantly brightened. "I haven't seen such a clean man for a long time. Especially the one behind, who is unbelievably clean. His hair was also fluffy." Lin Muxue was startled by Su Yinhe's eyes. He followed Su Yinhe's eyes and saw Qian, who was smiling and had his own aura. He was startled again. As expected of Qian, he was still so good at pretending. "How do I change it?" Lin Muxue asked cautiously. "Take out your things and let me see them." At this point, Su Yinhe retracted her 2 explicit eyes. Loser. Su Yinhe despised herself in her heart. There are so many handsome guys on mobile phones and tablets, haven't you seen enough? This one is just a little wider, a little taller, and his hair is a little fluffier. But it really fits her aesthetic. Especially, after being a social animal for many years, she has seen many colleagues who are bald at an early age and have dark eyes. Suddenly seeing such a good-looking person in real life, she was amazed. Not to mention the comparison with the sloppy man in front. Lin Muxue was about to take out the gold bars from her backpack, but Qian stopped him. Lin Muxue asked with her eyes. Qian ignored him and slowly reached in, took out a gold bar, and handed it to Su Yinhe. Lin Muxue couldn't help but shudder when she saw it. This posture. What is Qian doing? In heat? Is he trying to sacrifice his looks to exchange more supplies for them? It's rare. Many capable female psychics in the base had taken a fancy to him before and wanted to have sex with him in exchange for supplies. He drilled at the side of those supplies. In the end, Qian beat them out. Obviously, those female psychics are not bad looking. Long legs and thin waists. Not only Lin Muxue was stunned, but Su Yinhe was also stunned for a while. Looking closer, she was even more touched. This skin, wow. Her former female colleagues were so envious of it. How much can it be exchanged for? The voice also touched her. It was gentle and a little cold. It was very suitable for the dubbing of the Cold Master she watched last night. 500, 3,000, Su Yinhe wanted to say 500, but then changed her mind. It's rare to see such a clean and beautiful one, and I feel good. Give him more. I hope he can stay so clean. Thank you. Seduction, definitely seduction. Lin Muxue, who watched the whole process, came to a conclusion in his heart. What about mine? Lin Muxue couldn't wait to take out a gold bar. Your, Su Yinhe then turned her eyes to him. The one next to him is not bad either. Although not as clean or good looking as him, he is also cleaner and better looking than ordinary people. And he followed him. Then, 500, Su Yinhe spat out 2 words indifferently. She does charity when she is in a good mood, but she doesn't always do charity when she is in a good mood. After watching the boss for a long time, she despised the original boss as a capitalist every day. But she actually likes the capitalist's tricks, as long as the capitalist doesn't use them on her. Lin Muxue began to doubt life. The same gold bar, the same length, width and height, the same weight, and it was taken out of the same backpack. Why is Qian's exchange 6 times higher than his? Just because Qi Yan is taller and better looking than him? He doesn't accept it. Why? Lin Muren was angry, but not to Su Yin, but to Qi Yan. He knew that every time he stood with this person, others could only see Qi Yan. He would not walk with him next time. Obviously, when they were separated, he was still a handsome guy and many people liked him. But as soon as he walked with Qi Yan, all the people who liked him went to see Qi Yan. There are instant noodles in it. 500 yuan can buy 200 packs of instant noodles. What's more, you can change 1,000 yuan. 1,000 yuan is 400 packs of instant noodles. Haven't you always wanted to eat it? Qi Yan said skillfully. Instant noodles. Speaking of instant noodles, Lin Muren immediately put it behind his mind and excitedly took out the remaining one. Both are changed. Instant noodles, fragrant instant noodles, sizzling. He not only wants to buy instant noodles, but also starch sausage and luncheon meat. When the time comes, soak them together, it will definitely be delicious. Speaking of which, Lin Muren was also miserable. He had a friend named Qi Yan who had a very large space, but he couldn't even eat a bite of instant noodles. Qi Yan was exquisite in appearance and life. He stockpiled healthy food and never stockpiled junk food. He even stockpiled small cakes, but not instant noodles. But in the past few years of the end of the world, what he wanted to eat most was instant noodles, the kind with starch sausage. As a result, every time he screamed, Qi Yan would stuff him with a small cake, the kind that was very sweet. Qi Yan, a grown man, actually liked to eat something sweet. After exchanging the money, Lin Muren threw the backpack to Qi Yan and rushed in alone. Instant noodles. Starch sausage. Canned luncheon meat. Lin Muren. Here we go. As for Qi Yan, whoever wants this friend can take it. Are you going to exchange all these? Su Yin glanced at the backpack and estimated that they were all gold bars. The people who came these days all exchanged a few bars at a time. This was the first time she saw someone using a backpack to exchange gold bars. Chapter 16 Wet Wipes. Change them all. Qi Yan took out the gold bars from his backpack one by one and arranged them neatly. After he was done, he saw that one was a little crooked, so he moved it. It was obvious that he had obsessive-compulsive disorder. Su Yin counted them and quoted him a price. Thank you. Qi Yan smiled at her with curved eyebrows. Su Yin was stunned, and she didn't come back to her senses until Qi Yan's figure was blocked by the shelves. After Qi Yan went in, he didn't go straight to the instant noodles area and compressed biscuit area like others, but strolled over slowly and took some of what he was interested in. When Lin Muren ran into Qi Yan headlong with a few boxes of instant noodles, he found that Qi Yan was carrying a bunch of flashy things. Why are you carrying so much coffee? Lin Muren was shocked. Eat it as a meal. Drink it. Then don't you need to eat? You have so much money, and you use it to buy coffee? This small box of coffee is enough to buy all my instant noodles, right? Lin Muren looked at the box of coffee in Qi Yan's hand, which was packaged very beautifully, and felt heartbroken. Some people can't even afford to eat, and some people have so much money, but only buy a small box of coffee. Maybe I can buy a few more boxes. Qi Yan thought about the prices on the shelf and replied. Lin Muren, the clown turned out to be me. Damn rich people. Lin Muren's teeth itched. Thank you for the compliment. Qi Yan smiled and accepted this compliment. Don't you want to buy something else? Don't you want to buy something to eat? Didn't you not eat breakfast for several days because you disliked the bad breakfast? There are so many things in this supermarket. Could it be that Qi Yan only had his eyes on this small box of coffee? I'm not waiting for you. Qi Yan smiled at him. Lin Muren looked at him and smiled, and got goosebumps all over his body. What do you mean? A few minutes later, Lin Muren dragged a shopping cart with his left hand and pushed another with his right hand. Qi Yan stood beside him with empty hands, occasionally taking something from the shelf and putting it into the shopping cart. Lin Muren felt that he was a big victim. He had obviously finished shopping, but he had to use the 50 yuan reward given by Qi Yan to help push the cart. Others pushed one cart at a time, but he was special, with both his left and right hands empty. His boxes of instant noodles had been moved out, and Qi Yan seduced the shopkeeper with her beauty and agreed to help him watch over the boxes of instant noodles. This wonton, 27 yuan a box? You can buy a few packs of instant noodles with this. Lin Muren watched Qi Yan casually take 2 boxes of instant wontons and shed tears of envy. It's okay, just have it as breakfast. Qi Yan sighed helplessly, He still wanted to eat noodles, but he didn't want to eat instant noodles. Qi Yan bought milk again, the most expensive one. Lin Muxue looked at him taking it and asked pitifully, "Can I still get your breakfast?" He also wanted to drink milk. A box of milk that costs more than 30 yuan should be delicious. Sure. I still have a lot of buns in my space. Those buns were really hard to swallow. They were just right for Lin Muxue. Lin Muxue had a strong stomach and could eat anything he wanted. Where's the milk? Although the buns were delicious, he also wanted milk. Now, everyone who goes to the supermarket exchanges for dingbao, and only Qi Yan, who is a weirdo, is willing to exchange for milk. No, Qi Yan replied very quickly without thinking at all. When it comes to food, if he doesn't like it, Qi Yan can give it all to Lin Muxue. But if Qi Yan likes it, no matter how pitiful Lin Muxue is, he won't share it. Even if they are friends, they can't lower their quality of life because of this. This is Qi Yan's life principle. Qi Yan and Lin Muxue strolled slowly, and didn't meet many people along the way, because they took a different route from everyone else. Everyone went for dingbao food. Only Qi Yan looked here and there. Whatever is expensive is bought, whatever is flashy is bought. If it were his son, he would have slapped him twice. Lin Muxue looked at the price tags of those things, and his heart ached. 188 for a small chocolate, 26 for a small box of chewing gum, 18 for a small bag of biscuits. What kind of things are they buying? This is not the most excessive. The most excessive thing is that they don't know how they went up to the second floor while shopping, and Qi Yan saw the wet wipes sold on the second floor at a glance. His eyes lit up, and he stretched out his hand and took a cart of wet wipes. Lin Muxue's pupils trembled. How did they get to the second floor? Why did Qi Yan take so many wet wipes that cannot be eaten? Will Qi Yan really not starve to death if he continues like this? Wait a minute, don't take it. Are you going to take this pile of wet wipes back? Yeah, I really need it. Qi Yan touched the wet wipes in the shopping cart with some nostalgia. After the end of the world, he stockpiled a lot of wet wipes. After all, he has a slight misophobia and needs them very much. But he didn't expect that he still didn't stock up enough. After 3 years of use, he ran out of wet wipes. No one knows how upset he was when he ran out of wet wipes. It was extremely hot at the time. Although he had water-related abilities and could take a shower every day and wipe his face and body with a wet towel whenever he had the conditions, it was not as convenient as wet wipes. One wet wipe for the face and one for the neck, arms and back. If he used a towel, he would have to prepare two. Towels are prone to bacteria after being used for a long time. He was thinking at the time that as long as he had the conditions in the future, he would definitely stock up enough wet wipes for 10 lifetimes. But at that time, the wet wipes were gone, not even the residue. At the beginning of the apocalypse, everyone was stockpiling food and medicine, and few lunatics stockpiled such things. After the apocalypse began, natural disasters were too frequent, and the remaining things that were not looted by people experienced a series of natural disasters such as extreme cold, extreme heat, floods, snowstorms, and so on, and there was not even a residue left. Now that he finally saw it, he must buy it. Qi Yan decided to use all the remaining money to buy wet wipes. But both shopping carts were full. In desperation, Lin Muxue could only let Lin Muxue push the cart out to check out, and then let Su Yinhe help watch. Continue to go back to load wet wipes. Maybe Qi Yan really loves wet wipes, he pushed a cart himself. Of course, Lin Muxue still has to push too. Fortunately, the aisle of the supermarket is large, otherwise it would be stuck. Su Yinhe watched the surveillance on the tablet, and was touched by Qi Yan's cuteness when she saw him frantically loading wet wipes. She didn't open the second floor originally, because she saw on the surveillance these days that everyone who came to the supermarket to buy things went straight to the instant noodles area, as well as the compressed biscuits and compressed dry food area. A few wealthy people might buy some milk candy, luncheon meat, and starch sausage. But no one wants to go to the second floor for the time being. So she didn't open it. Until today, Qi Yan came. She saw from the surveillance that when Qi Yan saw the stairs to the second floor, he wanted to go up, and she happened to be a face dog, so she opened it when he wanted to go up. She thought Qi Yan would slowly visit the second floor like he visited the first floor. Unexpectedly, Qi Yan couldn't move when he saw the wet wipes. He kept filling the shopping cart. He came here to pay the bill and went back to fill it again. Qi Yan, I can go without food and breakfast, but I can't go without wet wipes and small cakes. Qi Yan, I am just a little bit of a germaphobe. Chapter 17 Small Cake. Lin Muxue watched Qi Yan spend all the remaining money on wet wipes. Prodigal son. Unfilial grandson. He didn't buy any food, but a bunch of wet wipes. He also told him that he was only a little bit of misophobia. What do you call a little bit? When he finally paid the bill, the size of the wet wipes attracted onlookers. The onlookers watched Qi Yan pay the bill with envy, wondering when they could be so arrogant. There were envious people, and there were also jealous people. You are so rich, why don't you buy some food to share with those who are starving to death? You just buy useless things, someone said sourly. He only had a box of instant noodles in his hand, and he wanted to buy some sausages, but he had no money. As a result, after paying the bill, he saw someone buying piles of wet wipes. This scene deeply hurt his eyes. The person who spoke knew Qi Yan's name, and didn't dare to stand up and say it directly, but secretly hid in the crowd, relying on his short stature, so Qi Yan couldn't see him and said a few sour words. Who knew that after hearing this, Qi Yan accurately locked his position and looked at him. There was a chill. The person who spoke was startled by Qi Yan's eyes and shrank back into the crowd. Qi Yan was known to everyone in the Sun base. He was a doctor, but he didn't like saving people. He had a strong obsession with cleanliness and had once drained the blood of a superpower who had provoked him. Qi Yan's personality was hard to describe. There were many superpowers in the Sun base who wanted to kill him, but he was a doctor with medicine and medical equipment in his hands, and his superpowers were quite strong. But everyone in the Sun base knew that if you asked Qi Yan to do surgery, you must be mentally prepared. First, he would most likely refuse. Secondly, he would most likely refuse. Then, after he agreed, he would also dislike the patient for being unclean, and after saving the patient, he would dislike the patient and his family for being too stupid. Finally, he asked for a very high price. Anyone in the Sun base who had asked Qi Yan to save someone would avoid Qi Yan without exception after Qi Yan had saved the person. Qi Yan was a person with a high status in the Sun base, but no power, and no one dared to provoke or approach him. Fortunately, Qi Yan only glanced at him, and then turned back to continue watching Su Yinhe packing wet wipes for him. The person who said the sour words breathed a sigh of relief. His face should not be seen. Qi Yan took too many wet wipes. Su Yinhe packed and packed, but couldn't pack them all. The wet wipes were piled up into a small mountain. Su Yinhe packed them on the counter, and Lin Muxue was responsible for moving the small mountain on the floor to the counter. As for Qi Yan, he had already opened a pack of wet wipes and was wiping his hands. Lin Muxue, I often feel like I'm not quite a human being. The damn capitalists, for only 50 yuan, they made him do so much work, and he applied for more money. After the unremitting efforts of Lin Muxue and Su Yinhe, they finally put all the wet wipes into the bag. However, this bag seems a little bit too much. There are so many, and there are only 2 of you. Can you take them all? Su Yinhe looked at the countless bags and asked. I can take it all. Thank you for your concern. Qi Yan wiped his hands several times again, and with a light wave of his clean hands, the bags of wet wipes disappeared on the spot. Space ability, she seemed to have a space too? I don't remember. She got too many benefits from the system. She only wanted to cheat the system at that time and asked for too much? I can't remember whether she asked for a space. I have to experiment it when the time comes. Yes, after wiping his hands, Qi Yan's eyebrows and eyes were relaxed. It can be seen that he was in a good mood. Can it hold living things? Is there a spiritual spring or land? Su Yinhe was a little excited. She had read a lot of apocalyptic novels in the past few days. Many protagonists in novels have a space with a spiritual spring. Then drinking this spiritual spring can not only beautify the skin, but also prolong life. No, the space is static. Qi Yan answered her question very patiently. Lin Muxue watched from the side and felt that Qi Yan really sacrificed too much for the future of wet wipes. Qi Yan was not so gentle before. When others asked a few questions, he would despise people and call them stupid. He still remembers that someone had his leg cut and spent a lot of money to ask Qi Yan to do surgery. After the surgery, the other party asked Qi Yan if he could walk normally in the future. Qi Yan thought he was stupid and almost scolded him to autism. Many female psychics in the base took a fancy to Qi Yan and wanted to have further contact with Qi Yan under the pretext of asking questions. Qi Yan did not scold them directly, but the contempt in his eyes could not be hidden. The eyes that looked at him were completely trash. Of course, Yan often looked at him with such eyes. Fortunately, he had a good mentality, otherwise they would have put Yan in a sack and beat him up. I just don't know who'll be beaten in the end. You bought a lot of things today, you can get a gift. What do you want? Seeing a good-looking person, the air is fresh. Looking at Yan's face, Su Yinhe was impulsive and said one more sentence faster than his brain. Anything is okay. Su Yinhe looked at Yan's eager expression and was silent for a while. Well, no nuclear bombs, then, no rockets either, no cannons either, PFFT. Lin Muxue couldn't help laughing after hearing their conversation. Then Yan warned her with his eyes. Lin Muxue covered her mouth, saying that she didn't dare to laugh at him. Seeing that Su Yinhe was about to say something weird, Yan spoke up in time. Do you have any small cakes? He just wanted a small cake, and didn't know why she thought he wanted those. He was obviously quite law-abiding. He had never even been to the police station before the end of the world. Yes, Su Yinhe was a little ashamed for a rare time. She didn't know what was wrong with her. She looked at Yan's expression and said those words. How could she suspect that he wanted nuclear bombs? She was guilty. He was such a gentle person, wearing glasses, and he didn't look like someone who wanted nuclear bombs. What flavor do you want? No durian? Wait a minute, I'll go upstairs to get it. After that, Su Yinhe ran upstairs. Hey. She just went upstairs like that. Lin Muxue looked at the empty counter and began to doubt her life. Isn't Yan prettier? It's only the first day they met, and the owner has already abandoned the people waiting to pay for him? It seems that Yan's seduction is quite effective. Brother Chi, don't forget me when you become the boss's wife. Lin Muxue decided to establish a good relationship in advance. Yan didn't correct Lin Muxue's words. After knowing Lin Muxue for a long time, he understood a truth: fools can't be taught. There is an area on the second floor that specializes in selling various desserts and cakes. After Su Yinhe went up, she took a few packaged 4-inch small cakes. She took 2 more desserts. There were too many things in her hands, and it was a bit troublesome when she went down. Lin Muxue was stunned when he saw the things Su Yinhe took down. He thought there was only 1, but he didn't expect there were 6. He suspected that the owner was a beauty addict. Chapter 18: Snow Melissa and Black Forest Cake. Yan's eyes lit up when he saw the cakes and desserts Su Yinhe took down. He thought the small cakes Su Yinhe was going to give him were the ones that were packaged and sold in supermarkets. Unexpectedly, they were small cakes freshly made by the cake shop. The mango and strawberry ones are a little sweet. After taking them down, Su Yinhe realized that she seemed to have taken 2 very sweet ones. There is a special dessert area on the second floor. As the owner of the supermarket, she has tasted them all. Some cakes and desserts are particularly sweet, so sweet that people who like sweet food may not be able to stand them. She didn't pay attention when she took them just now. She took 2 very sweet ones. It seems that most men don't like sweet food. Hearing this, Yan's eyes lit up even more, and his eyes couldn't hide the excitement in his eyes. I like sweet ones, thank you. Can you give them all to me? Yes. Su Yinhe was a little embarrassed, as if she took a little too much. It was all because of this man who dazzled her. I like it very much. Yan put the cakes and desserts given by Su Yinhe into the space. When he left, he hesitated for a moment and left a bracelet for her. Of course, we already have a token of love on the first day we met. Lin Muxue really admired Yan's efficiency. If you can't talk, you don't have to talk. Yan's good mood disappeared because of Lin Muxue. Is this cake made by the owner? Lin Muxue said, swallowing his saliva. He didn't like eating cakes before. He thought it was something girls liked. But that was in the past. After being hungry for so many years in the end of the world, even a steamed bun was a delicacy for him. Not to mention a cake with a high sugar content. No, how do you know it's not? The style and technique are different. Based on his years of experience eating small cakes, they were not made by the same person. He suspected that there was a shop upstairs that specializes in selling small cakes. Making a cake also requires style and technique? Aren't they all the same? Lin Muxue was shocked. Aren't cakes made almost the same? How did Yan tell? Aren't they all made with the same cake base, and then squeezed some cream and put some fruit? Yan, there's no share for you. As soon as Yan opened his mouth, it was a precise attack. No, I'll just have a bite. Lin Muxue was not convinced. He was carrying Yan's backpack and pushing the cart today, so why couldn't he have a bite of the cake? Don't you say it's a token of love? How can you eat my token of love? Ahem. Who said that? I didn't say it. I want to eat the cake, too. Everyone who sees it has a share. Today, Lin Muxue, must eat the small cake of love that Qian received. How? Qian's laughter was cold. It gave Lin Muxue goosebumps. As for Su Yinhe, she waited until Qian left before she remembered that she didn't ask her name. She felt like she had lost 100 million. She gave him so many desserts, but he didn't even add a contact number. Of course, the contact number in the end of the world seemed to be different. But she didn't even ask her name. Su Yinhe exchanged things for a few more people, and then closed the supermarket early today. After closing the supermarket, she went up to the second floor, sat in the dessert area, and ate 2 desserts in a row. 2 snow meringues and a small black forest cake. Very good. Su Yinhe was eating happily at this time, but she felt sad during dinner. She was not tired of the seafood feast yet, and tonight she forgot that she had eaten so many desserts, so she made another seafood meal, and she made too much. She couldn't finish it. She looked at the leftover seafood and almost slapped herself. She was degenerate. She used to be stingy when eating clam vermicelli, but now there are so many seafoods that she can take them at will. Fortunately, there is a refrigerator, otherwise it would be wasted. Su Yinhe put the leftover dinner in the refrigerator and decided to have seafood noodles tomorrow morning. The luxurious day started with seafood noodles. After cleaning up the leftover dinner, Su Yinhe turned on the tablet and started to draw. It was a picture of Qian. After finishing the drawing, Su Yinhe was impressed by his handsomeness again. How could such a handsome man not be her colleague? If her former colleague had such a handsome man, she would promise to go to work on time every day. Would she still be afraid of being deducted from her salary or being afraid of attendance? She skillfully saved the works to the album. Then she looked through the album, which was all her collections. When she exited, she also checked the password. After all, it couldn't be seen by others, and it must be locked with a password. What if her tablet is lost and someone finds it and reads it? She still has to save face. After locking the photo album, she went to read 2 comics again, ready to calm down. But there were no updates. The 2 stories she was following had no updates. It doesn't matter, as long as you follow enough series at the same time, you don't have to worry about the comics not being updated, and the same goes for novels and TV series. But I don't know what happened. 9 out of 10 authors of the comics she followed asked for leave. Su Yinhe beat her to death. She can't spend the money even if she wants to. It doesn't matter, she still has novels, she still has dramas, she still has videos. Su Yinhe comforted herself. While comforting herself, she couldn't help but smash the tablet, but she wanted to read comics. Comics. Damn it. There was no way. Su Yinhe went to read novels. Then she saw that an author asked for half a month's leave on the grounds of getting married. If she remembered correctly, from the beginning of her reading of this author's novels to now, this author has asked for leave 26 times on the pretext of getting engaged and married. Could it be that she is a sea queen? Regardless of whether it is true or not, it cannot delay her from reading novels. Dark Shark, it must be Dark Shark. Su Yinhe has already started to look at razor blades online. After looking at them, she started to look at perfumes, and then at dresses, beef jerky, dried mangoes. She added a lot of things to the shopping cart. When she was about to check out, she remembered something. How can she receive the things she bought? How can the store send them? Where can they be sent? The system only said that she could not send messages, but did not say that she could not buy things. How can she get the things she bought? Su Yinhe thought for a long time, and suddenly remembered that the things she bought were all available in the supermarket. Then why did she still want to buy them, when they were all available? Su Yinhe looked at the pile of things in her shopping cart. When did she add so many? She remembered that she only added a few that she liked. Su Yinhe looked at the shopping cart. She wanted to clear them all, but she was reluctant to do so. She could only change the software to avoid being annoyed. It was still early, and it was not a rest time. It happened that the company group had not been logged out yet, so she looked at the gossip. In the company group, the most common thing was gossip. Su Yinhe was an expert at lurking, secretly watching her former colleagues gossiping. Time flies when you are eating melons. After Su Yinhe ate 2 big melons, 3 small melons, and watched her colleagues mentally beat up the boss, time passed. It was obviously time to go to bed, but Su Yinhe was so engrossed in watching her former colleagues scolding her former boss that she was not sleepy at all. She saw a former colleague saying that he was going to burn down his former boss's house, and she wanted to bring a bottle of gasoline to his former colleague. When she saw a former colleague saying that he was going to chop up his former boss, she wanted to send a razor blade to his former colleague. Her mind and mouth were very busy. Chapter 19 Mango Cake. Qi Yan opened the mango cake Su Yinhe gave him with great piety. He even took out his only remaining hand-ground coffee. Lin Muxue was there too, and he watched Qi Yan make a series of preparations for the cake, including but not limited to taking a shower, washing hair, changing clothes, cleaning. I don't understand why you have to mop the floor to eat a cake. Lin Muxue often feels that he is too normal, and Qi Yan is too abnormal. Otherwise, why can't he understand Qi Yan's train of thought at all? It's just eating a cake, why is it so serious? Cake and Qi Yan took out the cake. Damn, it smells a bit. A sweet smell filled the air, and Lin Muxue swallowed his saliva. It's not that he wants to eat cake, but this cake is a bit too sweet. When can I eat it? Lin Muxue was a little impatient. No hurry, Qi Yan wiped his hands slowly. Hands wiped with wet tissues. He hesitated for a moment, took out a new pack of wet tissues and threw it to Lin Muxue. The meaning was very clear. Let Lin Muxue wipe his hands. Lin Muxue, damn, can this mysophobia be cured? Lin Muxue didn't really want to wipe his hands, but Qi Yan insisted, and the temptation of mango cake was too great. Lin Muxue didn't hold on for long, and gave up resistance and wiped his hands obediently. After wiping his hands, he began to wait for Qi Yan to share the cake. Qi Yan took out the knife for sharing the cake from the space, and hesitated for a long time when cutting. Such a beautiful cake, I don't want to share it. But the expectation in Lin Muxue's eyes was almost turned into reality. If he didn't share it, it would be very troublesome. Thinking of Lin Muxue's persistence, Qi Yan hesitated for a moment, and still took a knife to cut a small piece. You, feed the ants. Lin Muxue looked at the small piece of cake that Qi Yan cut out and was stunned. No matter how bad a person is, he can't do this. What is this cut? Cake? It's not even as thick as the mango on it, right? How can Qi Yan be so embarrassed? For you, love it or not. Qi Yan didn't want to share it with him at all, so he just cut such a small piece, which made him feel distressed. Qi Yan, don't be too stingy, or you'll be easily sacked. Lin Muxue wanted to pat his shoulder, but Qi Yan dodged flexibly. The last time someone tried to sack me, 3 ribs and 1 leg were broken, Qi Yan stated a fact indifferently and objectively. Lin Muxue, brother, you also broke your ribs? Brother, you broke 2 more ribs? Qi Yan was very indifferent. Lin Muxue, forget it. Don't bother with abnormal people. Lin Muxue took the small piece of cake that was cut off and ate it aggrievedly. So sweet. Lin Muxue ate faster, and then he found that before he could taste more, the cake was gone. Lin Muxue stared at the rest. Qi Yan glanced at him and protected the remaining cake tightly. Don't even think about it, Qi Yan's actions revealed this information. Then Lin Muxue could only watch Qi Yan take a mouthful of coffee and a bite of small cake. One is sweet, the other is bitter. Won't they contaminate each other? Lin Muxue didn't understand, and was greatly shocked. Is it delicious? He just ate the mango cake, which was really sweet. As for this coffee, he knew it must be bitter just by smelling it. Very sweet, very delicious. Qi Yan was very satisfied. He hadn't eaten such a delicious cake for a long time. It was a long-lost taste. Okay. It was indeed a pervert. Mortals like him couldn't understand it. Qi Yan finished the cake and drank the coffee. After drinking the coffee, he looked at the empty cup and felt very sad. It was the last cup. Where could he find this kind of coffee again? He was afraid that he had lost it forever. Brother Qi, looking at your expression, if you don't know, you would think your wife is dead, Lin Muxue said shockingly. Then he was thrown out by Qi Yan. Hey. Qi Yan. You are too much? How can you throw me out like trash? Qi Yan, Lin Muxue knocked on the door outside. There was silence inside the door. Qi Yan had put on earplugs and was ready to rest. As for the people outside the door, they can shout as long as they like. Lin Muxue knocked on the door for a long time outside, but he didn't wait for Qi Yan to realize his mistake and open the door for him. Instead, he waited for an uninvited guest. Lin Muxue? Why are you here so late at night? You can come, but I can't, even at night. Lin Muxue put on a very red lipstick and a heavy makeup. How heavy was it? Even Lin Muxue, A straight man could see it. Qi Yan is my friend, of course I can come. As for you, you are a girl, what are you doing in a man's house at night? Lin Muren unilaterally thought that he and Qi Yan were good friends. After all, he could come and go in Qi Yan's house at will, except today. Take a look. Lin Muxue was disgusted when she saw Lin Muren's face. They were all born of the same mother, why did Lin Muren have to go against her? Lin Muxue was a little irritated. He had stopped her from being Lin Nianbi's daughter before, and later stopped her from being with Qi Yan. He was obviously her brother, but he was never willing to help her. It made her look like his enemy. Twist around? Walk all the way to the 6th floor? You like climbing stairs so much? I don't know who pretended to be weak and lay in Hu Dushan's arms before, but now can climb up to the 6th floor in one breath without even taking a breath. It can't be you, my lovely sister, Lin Muren said, and covered her mouth with Lin Muxue's murderous eyes. Look, it's all my fault. I just like to tell the truth. After saying this, Lin Muren successfully saw that Lin Muxue's face darkened. Lin Muren, look at you, aren't you very polite in front of your uncle? Why don't you even call me brother in front of my brother, but call me by my name directly? You've chilled my brother's heart, Lin Muxue, fuck. Does he have a serious illness? So disgusting. More and more disgusting. Lin Muxue didn't even want to admit that Lin Muren and she were born of the same mother. Go away. She was so angry that she almost forgot that she came to find Qi Yan today. No. Find brother Qi, he's asleep and can't hear. Qi Yan didn't even open the door for him, Lin Muxue? Huh. There was even less chance. In this regard, Lin Muren still has great confidence. Lin Muren. Are you done yet? Lin Muxue's face was distorted with anger. Lin Muren is here to defeat her. You're shouting so loudly? Do you see brother Qi coming out? Lin Muren made a face at her. Lin Muxue subconsciously raised her hand and slapped her, bitch. Then Lin Muren grabbed her hand and swung it out vigorously, causing her hand to hurt. Hit me? It's impolite. What do you think your uncle will think when he finds out? Lin Muren threatened skillfully. Uncle always thought you were a good girl, right? So angry. Don't let her get the chance, or I'll kill him. Sister, don't think so much. You play with fire every day. You will definitely die earlier than me. Lin Muren knows Lin Muxue very well, and he knows what she is thinking with just one look from Lin Muxue. Lin Muren, although I'm a straight man, I can talk nonsense, right? Sister. Chapter 20 Fracture. After Lin Muren was angry, she left in a refreshed mood. The anger she had felt at Qi Yan had already disappeared. The anger she felt would not disappear out of thin air, it would only transfer to Lin Muxue. Lin Muxue stared at Lin Muren's arrogant back and was so angry that she wanted to kill someone. But she still held back. She did not forget that her target today was Qi Yan. But Qi Yan did not even open the door for his good friend Lin Muren after he called for a long time, let alone Lin Muxue. As expected, Lin Muxue was also turned away after calling for a long time. But she did not think that Qi Yan did not want to see her. She thought that if Qi Yan did not see her, it must be that Lin Muren had said something bad about her to Qi Yan. So Qi Yan misunderstood her. After Lin Muxue went back, she scolded Lin Muren all night. How could she have such a brother? I really want to stab him to death. Don't let her get the chance. Qi Yan cherishes the desserts and cakes given by Su Yinhe, but no matter how much he cherishes them, he still couldn't help eating them in 2 days. Lin Muren pestered him every day, and he also took advantage of it and ate a lot. Every time when it was time to share the cake, Qi Yan wished that he had no friends. If he had no friends, he wouldn't have to share the cake with Lin Muren, and he might be able to eat these cakes and desserts for 3 days. Lin Muren licked the last bite of cream, and his back felt cold as he licked it. After licking it, he touched his back and felt cold. After eating the cake, Qi Yan prepared a backpack of gold bars and planned to go to the Galaxy supermarket again to ask the owner's name. He had a hunch that the owner had a lot of small cakes, and in order to have more small cakes in the future, he decided to get along well with the owner. Are you going to buy things again? Lin Muren was horrified when he saw the backpack of gold bars prepared by Qi Yan. Would he change to a pile of wet wipes again? Last time, so many wet wipes were not enough, too few. Those wet wipes were gone in a few months. Thinking of this, Qi Yan put a few more gold bars in his backpack. Lin Muren, carry it. I'll change my clothes. Qi Yan skillfully threw the bag to Lin Muren, and then went to change his clothes. After changing his clothes, he carefully selected a pair of glasses. Lin Muren, dressed up. Su Yinhe was very happy to see Qian again. She waved to them. "Owner, we are here again." Lin Muren was very enthusiastic and almost rushed up to shake hands with Su Yinhe. "Ahem. Welcome, welcome." Su Yinhe was startled, and then hurriedly turned off the tablet. It was so scary that he almost saw something he shouldn't see. "Boss, what are you doing?" Lin Muren was like a curious baby. "Is this a tablet? I haven't seen it for a long time." "Yeah, yes, a tablet, her baby. Many secrets that cannot be told are hidden here." "Excuse me, do you have any small cakes?" Qian pushed Lin Muren, who was standing between him and Su Yinhe, away with a smile. "Some people should not be brought here." "Yes, do you want to buy one?" "It's very expensive." Su Yinhe's tone changed when facing Qian, who was more handsome than Lin Muren. "Lin Muren, why is your voice different when you talk to him?" "I brought it, it should be enough." Qian patted the backpack on Lin Muren's back. If it wasn't enough, he still had more in his space. But it was a bit troublesome. His space was like a very big house, where he could put things, but he couldn't use his supernatural power to create partitions for them. He was afraid that things would be mixed together and too messy. So he put a little here and a little there. After a long time, there were too many things and he didn't know where to put them. Lin Muren looked at him resentfully. How could Qian say this? Qian obviously came empty-handed. He carried it on his back, okay? Then, Su Yinhe originally wanted to go up to the second floor to get it for Qian, but she suddenly thought that since Qian wanted to buy it, she should let him go and see. She was not familiar with him and had no idea of his taste. Go up to the second floor. There is a small shop selling small cakes. Look carefully, there are some small shops on the second floor, such as dessert shops, delicatessen shops, fruit shops. It's not very big, but it has a wide range of things. Okay. Then please help me change the money. The excitement in Qian's eyes could not be hidden even by the lenses. He was dressed in a more abstinent way today, and with his glasses, Su Yinhe felt that he had more materials today. Hearing this, Lin Muren took off his backpack, unzipped it, and prepared to pour out the gold bars. Qian wanted to stop him, but Lin Muren was too fast. As soon as he stretched out his hand, the gold bars were poured out. They filled up a counter in a mess. The smile on Qian's face froze. Su Yinhe's smile also froze. Can't you take them out neatly? After pouring out the gold bars, Lin Muren was eager to help Su Yinhe count them. 1, 2, 3, Su Yinhe didn't even have to do anything. Lin Muren did her job. There are 37 bars in total. Okay, then, let's count according to last time. How much was one bar last time? Su Yinhe found that her brain was stuck. She always exchanged gold bars for others, and the amount of exchange was different. She couldn't remember how she exchanged it for Qian before. She only remembered Qian's face. Oh, she didn't even know his name. Thinking of this, Su Yinhe stood up. By the way, I forgot to ask you last time, what's your name? After saying this, Su Yinhe added a sentence that made it even more obvious. After all, you are my big customer. Qian smiled and thought she was a little cute, like a little cake. Qian, Qi of the pool, Yan of the banquet, and me, my name is Lin Muren, Lin of Lin Muren, Mu of Lin Muren, Rong of Lin Muren. Lin Muren was very excited. Exchanging names and rounding up to the nearest integer made them friends. Since they were friends, the supermarket owner had to give him a discount in the future. Qian's smile disappeared. You can't hide the look in your eyes that wants to stab someone. He shouldn't have brought Lin Muren here today. But when Su Yinhe looked over, Qian smiled again, not letting Su Yinhe notice anything was wrong. Okay. Qian, Lin Muren. My name is Su Yinhe, Su for soda, Yin for galaxy, boss. We'll be friends from now on, right? After knowing Su Yinhe's name, Lin Muren shook Su Yinhe's hand. Her eyes were full of expectations. It was a bit like the dog that her former colleague had. Her former colleague liked to bring the dog to the company, and the dog had looked at her with the same look when it coveted the can in her hand. Yes, then, can I get a discount? Lin Muren blinked. Not even caring about her face for a discount. A fracture. Su Yinhe didn't know why she wanted to tease the dog, but her colleague's dog was not there, so she could only. So cruel. Lin Muren was startled and let go. Chapter 21, Joking. Ahem, just kidding. Su Yin pressed the corners of her mouth. How about this, you stay here and help me with the cash register. I'll treat you to a free meal of oden. Su Yin pointed to the oden next to the counter. Really? Lin Muxue noticed the oden the last time he came, but he had no money last time, and he had no money to buy oden after buying instant noodles. This time, it seems that he has no money either. Fuck. He was so busy helping Qian carry his backpack that he forgot to bring 2 gold bars with him. Lin Muxue patted his head and felt a little stupid. But the boss actually treated him to oden. Really? Cash register? How long? A day. I can do it. The boss actually invited him to work here, and Lin Muxue was flattered. Lin Muxue glanced at Qian, with a strong sense of provocation. What's the point of Qian's seduction? The boss still didn't like Qian. The boss liked him and wanted to invite him to work. He finally surpassed Qian. He can finally show off in the future. Sure enough, the boss thought the same as he thought. He was completely different from the coquettish bitches outside. The boss had a normal aesthetic. He clearly realized that he was better looking than Qian, who was so picky. Just look for a while. I'll go upstairs with Qian to see the cake. Lin Muxue was stunned, like a goose. At this moment, he went from heaven to hell. The boss asked him to help with the cashier, just to accompany Qian to see the cake? Lin Muxue looked at her in disbelief. Su Yin felt guilty when he looked at her like this. You can eat as much oden as you want, and drink as much as you want. Sorry for the trouble. Su Yin gave him 2 more precautions, and then accompanied Qian upstairs. When Qian left, he glanced at Lin Muxue. This glance was without any emotion. But Lin Muxue saw the contempt for him in Qian's eyes. Lin Muxue stared at their backs blankly, feeling that he had made a mistake after all. The boss is also a vulgar person. Is there no one in this world who doesn't look at the appearance but the inner qualities? Lin Muxue began to feel sad. Unfortunately, the business of Yin supermarket was so good that a customer came before he could feel sad for long. Lin Muxue changed the money for the person as Su Yin said. The person who came to change the money happened to know Lin Muxue and said a few words to him. After knowing that Lin Muxue was temporarily cashiering, he took out a gold bar and hoped that Lin Muxue would be flexible and change more. The boss is not here, can't we change more? We are also familiar with each other. If you mean familiar with me when you robbed my prey before, then we are indeed familiar with each other. Lin Muxue recognized the bald man. Lin Muxue also joined a team and had a high status. When he went out hunting with a team before, he was robbed by another team just after the hunting. The bald man was from that team. The bald man's features were quite obvious, and he remembered it clearly. The bald man choked. Then he was furious. Lin Muxue, who do you think you are? This supermarket is not yours. You are no better than a temporary cashier. Why are you so arrogant? The bald man came to the supermarket to exchange things today and knew the rules of the supermarket. Lin Muxue changed the clothes for him and Su Yin gave him the same one. But he thought that everyone was from the base and should help each other. This supermarket suddenly appeared, and no one knew the boss. Since Lin Muxue was the cashier here, Lin Muxue, as a member of the base, should help the people of the base. Instead of helping a supermarket owner who suddenly appeared. Not only did Lin Muxue not help, but he was also petty and brought up the past. Is it necessary? If he didn't help, it would be fine, but why bring up the past? I'm arrogant, so? Help me. Lin Muxue has never been afraid of anyone except Qian. Don't think that he is a little fool and a little waste in front of Qian. But in front of others, he is a high-level superpower in the base, and everyone who sees him has to be polite. He is also an arrogant person at ordinary times. You are looking for death? The bald man couldn't help it. Anyway, he is not the boss, and he shouldn't be in trouble for beating a temporary cashier. The bald man calculated very well, and flew out as soon as he used his superpower. He was knocked away by Lin Muxue's superpower. Then he lay on the ground and spit out 2 mouthfuls of blood. Tisk. If you don't have the ability, don't bark everywhere. Lin Muxue clapped his hands. Do you really think his reputation in the base is false? The bald man stared at him. Oh, by the way, the money you just exchanged is my spiritual compensation. You don't have to go in to buy things. Lin Muxue thought this temporary job was great. Not only did he have oden and drinks, but he also had extra money. Why? The bald man panicked. What he got today was not his. It belonged to the deputy captain of his team. The deputy captain was busy recently and knew that he couldn't come to the Galaxy supermarket to exchange things. After knowing that he had been here to exchange things for a few days, he gave him the gold bars and told him to buy instant noodles back. The deputy captain had a bad temper. He had disabled 4 superpowers before. It was said that he felt that they were unreliable. If he lost the gold bars given by the deputy captain today, would he still have a way to survive when he went back? He had been a superpower for so long and had long been accustomed to it. If his superpowers were disabled and he was made like an ordinary person, how could he bear it? Not to mention that the bald man had offended a lot of people by bullying men and women with his superpowers. If he lost his superpowers, the people he had offended before would never let him go. If you want to come in, you can. If you can beat me, I will let you in to get things. Lin Muxue looked at him with a smile. His tone was gentle, but the words he said were tantamount to asking the bald man to die. Of course, Lin Muxue would not let him die in the supermarket. After all, the boss Su Yinhe entrusted him with an important task. How could he cause a death in the supermarket within an hour of work? What if the boss knew about it and thought he was incompetent? He also thought that if the boss was satisfied with him, he would think of him when he needed a temporary cashier in the future. Therefore, Lin Muxue would at most break his 2 legs. Lin Muxue, you are too stingy. I just robbed a few mutant wolves at that time. The bald man did not give up. He knew that he could not beat Lin Muxue, but he did not dare to leave like this. If he left like this, the deputy captain would have to kill him. Thinking of the deputy captain's methods, the bald man shuddered. I don't know if it's because the air conditioner in the supermarket is too cold, or because the deputy captain is too scary. Yet, you just robbed a few mutant wolves. I just robbed a few gold bars today. Lin Muxue touched the gold bars that the bald man had just brought. I'm so generous, so I didn't bother with you before. There's give and take, so shouldn't you bother with me about this money? Lin Muxue looked at the bald man with a smile. You? The bald man was speechless. Why? Don't want to. Is everything you said before a lie? The smile on Lin Muxue's face disappeared, and his face turned completely cold. Since you don't want to, then we are enemies, and to treat enemies, Lin Muxue raised his hand, as if he was going to activate a supernatural power. You, don't. I want to. I want to. The bald man was so frustrated that he didn't want to, but it seemed that if he dared to say he didn't want to, Lin Muxue would dare to send him to the West. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 22 Mango Pancake. Su Yinhe led Qian up to the 2nd floor and took him to the dessert shop. Once Qian arrived at the dessert shop, he would not leave. Su Yinhe saw the desire in his eyes. How is it? Do you like anything? I like everything. Qian felt like he had arrived in heaven. Take whatever you like. You gave me enough gold bars. Su Yinhe was already a small rich woman. The gold bars she exchanged with others were enough to fill a small room. When she returned, she would be rich. Then she would reach the peak of her life. As an adult, Qian chose to take it all. Qian took the desserts, and Su Yinhe was responsible for helping to pack them. However, she packed too slowly, and finally Qian also started to pack the desserts. Qian packed much faster than her. Qian's hands were beautiful, and even the movements of packing the desserts were pleasing to the eye. A beauty to behold. Su Yinhe commented in her heart. They were busy for almost 2 hours before they packed a portion of all kinds of desserts. Among them, most of them were packed by Qian. He wanted to eat, so he naturally put in the most effort. Su Yinhe was just slacking off the whole time. Can I eat in the store? Qian was tempted by a piece of mango pancake, but as a polite person, Qian still asked Su Yinhe in advance. Eat whatever you want. The gold Qian gave was enough to buy the entire store, so what's wrong with eating something? Su Yinhe waved her hand. Qian smiled at her. Good-looking people look good in everything they do, including eating. Qian was very polite when he ate, one bite at a time. Finally, there was some cream on the corner of his mouth. He touched it with his fingertips, and the tip of his tongue was looming. He was also wearing a pair of gold-rimmed glasses, and his eyes were staring at Su Yinhe while he licked the cream on his fingertips. Su Yinhe turned around and calmed herself. There was material for tonight again. Hey, I'll go push a small cart. Su Yin almost fell to the ground when she left. Qi Yan looked at her back and curled his lips. Then, he pulled out a wet tissue and wiped his mouth and fingers. His fingers were distinct and white like jade, but when he wiped them with a wet tissue, he looked a little erotic. Considering the size of the desserts, Su Yin pushed 2 small carts over. However, there were too many desserts, and the 2 small carts couldn't hold them all. When Qi Yan went downstairs, he had to carry a few more before he could barely take them down. After pushing them all the way to the first floor, Su Yin remembered that Qi Yan had the ability of space. Why didn't he just put them into space? Su Yin blinked and looked at Qi Yan, who was smiling. Noticing Su Yin's gaze, Qi Yan hooked his lips at her. Su Yin felt a little hot in her face. I don't know why, but I always feel like I'm being tricked. Finally coming down. Boss. I've been watching the store carefully. Lin Muxue was very happy to see them. So many. Lin Muxue saw the 2 carts full of desserts. Sure enough, money makes you willful. Lin Muxue glanced at Qi Yan. Hey. Good friends. Thank you for your help. Get some snacks. Su Yin thought that she and Qi Yan would only go up for a while, but she didn't expect that it would take so long to pack the desserts. Really, Lin Muxue didn't expect such a good thing to happen. Snacks? Who wouldn't be greedy? But everyone is hungry. And they go to the supermarket to buy things that will fill them up. No one will buy snacks that can't fill their stomachs. Snacks can't fill their stomachs, and they will also be thirsty. In fact, now everyone is not only short of food, but also water. If there weren't so many water-based superpowers in the Sun base, the base would organize water-based superpowers to distribute water every day, and many people might die of thirst. After the end of the world, not only the land is polluted, but also the water source. Drinking a few sips is fine, but drinking a little more will kill people. If you are not about to die of thirst, you won't choose outdoor water sources such as well water, river water, lake water. Rainwater is not good either, and rainwater is more polluted. At the beginning of the end of the world, you can still find some bottled mineral water. Now, everyone's water source mainly depends on water-based superpowers. But there is a limit to the amount of water each person can get every day. It can ensure that you won't die of thirst, and there is still some left. Any more will be used as contribution points. Well, take whatever you want. Su Yin waved her hand with the great wealth. Qi Yan looked at her and felt that this scene was familiar. Lin Muxue, who had received the accurate information, rushed in with a cart to pick snacks. Su Yin counted the money for Qi Yan and found that Qi Yan still had a lot of money left after buying desserts. She told him how much money was left. The desserts bought in this dessert shop are priced quite high. In the entire Yin supermarket, they are considered luxury goods. But Qi Yan brought a lot of gold. The price Su Yin gave him was also higher than that of ordinary people. So even if Qi Yan bought everything, there would still be a lot of money left. Qi Yan nodded and put the desserts in the cart into the space. Then he pushed the cart up to the second floor again. He took another cart of desserts. He likes desserts so much? Su Yin looked at Qi Yan's busy figure and thought about it. He was different from the man she remembered. It was the first time she had seen a man who liked desserts so much. Maybe, he liked to chew raw sugar? Su Yin began to think about this question. There were sugars for sale in the supermarket, and there were several varieties. Qi Yan used all the remaining money to buy desserts and wet wipes. When Lin Muxue finished shopping for snacks, Qi Yan had not spent all his money and was still moving his wet wipes in carts. Lin Muxue opened a bag of potato chips and became numb after watching. Su Yin leaned over and took a piece to eat. Tomato flavor. She still likes the lime flavor. Has he always been so rich? Su Yin asked. Speaking of this, Lin Muxue perked up. That's about right. Before the apocalypse, Qi Yan was a rich young man with a lot of money. After the apocalypse, he awakened water and space abilities. The water source has been polluted, so people with water abilities are very popular. Just move your fingers and you can get a lot of things. He also has a space ability. When he first went out to find supplies, he waved his hand and the supplies were all gone from shelf to shelf. Unlike us, we can only move boxes one by one. When talking about this, Lin Muxue was envious. At the beginning of the apocalypse, everyone was busy escaping. Only Qi Yan started to stock up supplies early. Before others could react, he stocked up enough supplies to last him for more than 10 lifetimes. Unlike me, I don't have space abilities. The supplies I found were all washed away by the flood. Lin Muxue covered his chest, feeling very sad. Once, his family was also very wealthy. He also found a lot of supplies. But the apocalypse was too ruthless, with floods and extreme heat, and the supplies he stored were either washed away or deteriorated and melted. Later, he learned to be smart and stored most of his things in Qian's space, and asked Qian to take them when he needed them. Although this was not very convenient, at least they could be preserved. However, after a few years, he had used up all of them. And Qian, the prodigal son, replaced many of the things stored in the space for his own enjoyment. Chapter 23 Soy Milk. When searching for supplies, because they were in a panic, Qian collected everything he thought he could use. There was naturally a lot of food. Rice, flour and the like. They were stockpiled enough. And then Qian, this spendthrift, felt that the zombies would dirty his hands when he was fighting zombies to pry the crystal cores, so he used food to hire people to help him pry the crystal cores. Occasionally, he would be lazy and didn't want to fight zombies, so he would use food and some daily necessities to hire people to help him clear the way and find things. He would also use food to exchange for some useless things, such as massage chairs, tea, coffee machines. Do you think he's sick? Lin Muxue asked back after selling his good friend. Su Yinhe, well, this is normal. It is human nature to make yourself live better within your ability. Qian is a little picky. But it is also normal. He exchanged his own things. You don't know, everyone was hungry, but Qian was so arrogant that he used food to buy services, and he was almost beaten to death. Everyone wanted to kidnap him and force him to take out the food. Some people even played moral kidnapping, calling a group of old people and children to kneel on the ground and beg him for help, begging him to give away the food. Qian had a huge amount of money, but he didn't restrain himself. At that time, those people wanted to eat this piece of fat meat. Then how did he do it? Su Yinhe felt that Qian was not someone who would be kidnapped by morality. Killed him. Lin Muxue spread his hands. When Lin Muxue first met Qian, he thought Qian was gentle, but he didn't expect Qian to kill people without blinking. He vomited when he killed zombies for the first time after the apocalypse. His hands were shaking after killing people at the beginning of the apocalypse. Only Qian, killing zombies and people is as easy as eating a meal. He exchanged so many things out. Is there still something in the space now? Of course there is. There are still a lot. There are all kinds of food and daily necessities. But he despises them. For example, the good quality rice has been eaten by him, and he doesn't want to touch the rest. Qian is the most heartless person I have ever seen. He actually gave out supplies and asked people to cook for him like crazy, and stuffed them into the space after they were done. Breakfast, meals. He even found a stone mill and asked people to grind soy milk for him. Speaking of Qian, Lin Muxue felt that he could not finish talking about it in 3 days and 3 nights. Su Yinhe nodded in agreement. It is really heartless, but what does the soy milk ground by the stone mill taste like? Su Yinhe was a little curious. She had only drunk soy milk squeezed by a juicer at home, soy milk sold in breakfast shops outside, soy milk soaked in soy milk powder, and soy milk sold in supermarkets. Would soy milk ground by a stone mill taste better? Lin Muxue looked at Su Yinhe, who was like a curious baby, and was silent for a while. Why do I feel that the boss and Qian are not normal? No. It was enough for him to know one weirdo. How could there be another one? Lin Muxue didn't want to believe that Su Yinhe was as mentally abnormal as Qian. How about, ask Brother Chi to take out the stone mill. There are soybeans in the supermarket, right? Lin Muxue felt that he was being led astray. He actually gave him advice. Yes. There are also mung beans, red beans, black beans. There were quite a lot of varieties of beans in the supermarket. Su Yinhe counted them one by one for him. There was really another abnormal one. When Qian finished moving the things, he saw lifeless Lin Muxue and a happy Su Yinhe. After buying, you calculate it? Qian had already calculated the price himself, just enough. Yes, Su Yinhe nodded obediently. That, Su Yinhe looked at him. What's wrong? Qian's tone was gentle, completely different from the Qian in Lin Muxue's mouth. Can I borrow your stone mill? The supermarket has a complete range of things, but no matter how complete it is, there is no such thing as a stone mill. Su Yinhe's eyes were full of expectations. I want to drink soy milk ground by a stone mill. She wanted to drink this soy milk to see the difference between it and the soy milk squeezed by the juicer. Stone mill? How do you know I have one? Qian looked at the guilty Lin Muxue halfway through his words. Lin Muxue smiled at him flatteringly. If you want, I can give it to you. He bought a lot of small cakes today, and Qian was in a good mood, so he just gave it to you. As for the stone mill, he had collected several in the space at that time, so it would be no problem to give one away. Really, Su Yinhe didn't expect him to be so generous. But, do you know how to use it, Su Yinhe? It seems, not very good. How about this, I'll come again tomorrow, and bring you someone who can use it. What do you want to grind? Soy milk. After Su Yinhe said these two words, Lin Muxue felt even more guilty, lowered his head, and prayed that Qian couldn't see him. But he was a grown man, and at such a close distance, Qian could see him even if he was highly myopic, not to mention that Qian was not myopic. After it's ground, can I buy it from you? Qian remembered that he hadn't had soy milk for a long time. No need to buy. You bring the person here, pay him a salary, and I'll provide the materials. We'll each have half of the soy milk. In the end, Qian was at a disadvantage. She had to deliver the millstone, pay the laborers, and find people. But she only had to provide some materials. After thinking about it, Su Yinhe added, I'll provide the container, too. Okay. See you tomorrow then. Thinking that he would have soy milk to drink soon, Qian felt much happier. Tomorrow, wait a minute, Su Yinhe remembered that the supermarket actually sold milk tea, so she ran over to make a cup of great babo for Qian herself. Thinking that he liked desserts, she made him 10 points of sugar. Lin Muxue didn't forget, and made a cup too, but with 5 points of sugar. When putting it in the bag, she also put a lot of ice cubes in the bag. When Su Yinhe took it over, Lin Muxue's eyes widened. Is this fruit tea? Compared to him, Qian was much calmer. But his eyes seemed to be a little rounder. Su Yinhe didn't know why her eyesight was so good that she could see such details through her glasses. Here, she gave each of them a cup. She didn't put the label on it because it was troublesome. But there are several kinds of bags and cups in the milk tea shop, so she took 2 different bags to pack them so that she wouldn't have to worry about getting them mixed up. Boss, you are simply a fairy, because of the drink in one gulp. Lin Muxue quickly threw away his backbone and decided to be a bootlicker. Although it is still doubtful whether he has such a thing. He. Come often. See you tomorrow. Su Yinhe was a little embarrassed. Qian looked at Lin Muxue's embarrassing appearance and began to reflect on himself. He shouldn't have brought Lin Muxue here. See you tomorrow. Qian suddenly stepped forward and shook Su Yinhe's hand. Because of the ice in the milk tea, Su Yinhe's hands were a little cold, but Qian's hands were hot. When he shook her hand, Su Yinhe felt that her hand was burned. Qian was very measured and let go of Su Yinhe's hand before she could react. Chapter 24 Soybean. In order to have more varieties for his breakfast, Qian was more active than Su Yinhe. After returning to the base, he immediately found someone. Qian had food in his hands. In this day and age, a bowl of porridge could hire a person, not to mention that Qian gave a small bag of rice at a time. This is white rice. If they get this small bag of rice and exchange it for porridge, it will be enough for more than 10 days. In order to grab this job, everyone worked hard. Qian picked a few strong men who looked good at work. First, each of them gave 1/3 of the rice as a deposit, and the rest would be given after they finished the work. Lin Muxue looked at the rice that Qian gave out, and his heart ached to suffocation. Although it was not his thing, every time he saw Qian's indifferent look, he couldn't help but feel anxious. Why give so much rice, and it's high-quality rice? How much porridge can you exchange with those people in the base with this rice? Wouldn't it be more economical if you use this porridge to hire people? Lin Muxue felt that he had become a father at a young age. Qian really spends too much? With his extravagant nature, how can he save anything? Lin Muxue is really worried that he will starve to death one day. It's troublesome, running around to save a little more, and playing tricks with those old guys. It's very troublesome. A little more is a little more, he doesn't need that little thing. Look at you, a prodigal son, Lin Muxue sighed. My things, why do you feel sorry for them? Qian couldn't understand, the things he took out were all his, not Lin Muxue's. Why should Lin Muxue feel sorry for them? You don't understand. Lin Muxue shook his head. People like Qian who don't have to worry about food and clothing, live well no matter where they are, and have spare energy to spend don't understand his feelings at all. You are too wasteful, save more. Dad is really worried that you will starve to death. Lin Muxue looked at him as if he was looking at his own son, and accidentally said a certain treasonous name. Men, always act as fathers to each other. Although Lin Muxue called Qi brother, he had the heart of an old father and often secretly called himself dad. Of course, Lin Muxue would never dare to let Qi Yan know this title. He could only talk about it in private. It's not like he hasn't seen Qi Yan bullying others before. But today, he was chatting with Su Yinhe about Qi Yan's gossip and watching Qi Yan's lavish spending. Before he knew it, this title came out. Qi Yan raised his eyes. Dad, cough, cough 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 cough. Lin Muxue almost choked to death on his own saliva. When did I have a dad? Qi Yan just looked at him, his expression didn't change. But Lin Muxue didn't dare to relax. Last time, Qi Yan also lightly drained the water from a superpower and turned him into a dried man. Lin Muxue wanted to quibble, but his brain seemed to be suddenly disconnected, and he couldn't think of any words to quibble. Don't come to my house for free meals this week. Qi Yan was not very angry, but he wanted to teach Lin Muxue a lesson. As soon as Qi Yan spoke, he grasped Lin Muxue's lifeline. Don't, I will starve to death. Lin Muxue didn't care to be afraid. His cooking skills were not good at all. Before he knew Qi Yan, he just ate casually. After getting familiar with Qi Yan, he went to eat every few days. Qi Yan is very picky. Especially when it comes to food. The food in his house is the delicacy of the world in the end times. He has become accustomed to going there from time to time. Not letting him go for a week is killing him. Then starve to death. Qi Yan is very indifferent. Not everyone can be his father, and it doesn't work to talk nonsense. Facing Lin Muxue's pleading, Qi Yan was cold and ruthless. Just like that, because of talking nonsense, Lin Muxue lost 4 or 5 opportunities to eat. So, the next day, Su Yinhe saw Qi Yan with 4 or 5 men and a desperate Lin Muxue. After seeing Su Yinhe, Lin Muxue's mood became excited. There's no hope for Qi Yan, isn't there a supermarket? Lin Muxue's instant noodles were almost used up, so he brought a lot of gold when he came today. He was not as rich as Qi Yan, who brought a backpack, but he only brought 5 or 6 sticks. But compared with others, it was not a small amount. After arriving, Qi Yan took out the stone mill from the space. When it comes to food and drink, Qi Yan is still very picky. The stone mill was clean, very clean. He also provided the men he brought with him with bath water and disposable bags of shampoo and shower gel, as well as clean clothes for each person. Shampoo and shower gel are rare things. After taking them, the men originally wanted to keep them and secretly sell them. But when Qi Yan gave them to them, he threatened them. If they didn't keep them secretly, they didn't have to do it. He didn't like unclean people. Whether a small bag of shampoo and shower gel is more important or more than 10 days of food is more important, the men knew it. So the little idea they had was gone. They planned to grind beans next to the supermarket, and Su Yinhe provided them with 3 large buckets of soybeans that she had soaked last night. They are all high-quality soybeans. The men who came to work, looking at the golden soybeans, swallowed their saliva at the same time. None of them are superpowers, but ordinary people. Although they are strong laborers with some strength, they can do some tasks entrusted by the base to ensure that they will not starve to death. But they can only starve to death. Moreover, the base does not have many tasks for ordinary people. 70% of the base are ordinary people, and 70% of the people go to grab these tasks. Sometimes they can grab them, and sometimes they can't. Even if they get contribution points for completing tasks, they have to save money to avoid starving to death if they can't grab tasks from the base for a long time. They are all strong guys, and they have to eat a lot. No matter how much they save, they still have a lot of food. They haven't grabbed the task for several days. They spend their contribution points to buy a bowl of the cheapest porridge, add some water, and eat a little every day. If they don't grab a task again, they will starve to death. That's why they grabbed so fiercely when Qi Yan went to find people yesterday. More than 10 days of rations. It's still a bowl of porridge a day. If you save a little when eating, maybe you can last a month. Yesterday, Qi Yan paid 1/3 of the rice for them, because he was afraid that they were too hungry and didn't have the strength to grind the mill today. After they received it yesterday, they hurried to exchange it with others for contribution points, and bought another bowl of porridge with the contribution points. Because they were afraid that they didn't have the strength today. They also ate a bowl before coming here in the morning, but porridge is not enough to fill you up. Now they are looking at the 3 big buckets of soybeans and they are hungry again. Su Yinhe looked at their hungry eyes and was a little worried that they would steal a few handfuls of soybeans and put them in their mouths while grinding. Chapter 25. buns. Su Yin was not stingy with his soybeans. She had a big family now, so she didn't care about soybeans at all. She was worried that they would have problems if they ate soybeans directly, which would delay the grinding of soy milk. She found that the hygiene of people in the last days was worrying. It was common for them not to take a bath for 10 days or half a month. These people looked very clean. If they had problems, where would they find people at the pool banquet? They couldn't wait another day. It just so happened that she felt a little guilty about only providing a little soybeans, so she simply provided rice as well. Su Yin took out more than 30 big white steamed buns for them as breakfast. Looking at the big white steamed buns in front of him that exuded a sweet smell, Li Qiao's eyes widened. For us, God, did he hear it wrong just now? This person said to give them these steamed buns for breakfast? Yes. Eat first, and work after you are full. After Su Yin took out the steamed buns, the men who were staring at the soybeans stopped looking at the steamed buns and looked at them with disbelief. When Li Qiao took the bag of steamed buns, his hands were still shaking. But as soon as he took it, he and the people around him couldn't wait any longer, and they stretched out their hands one by one to grab the steamed buns. They still doubted whether Su Yinhe had said something wrong, but in front of a full stomach, that doubt had long been thrown out of their minds. Now they only had eyes for the steamed buns. No matter what, eat it first. Li Qiao was the first person to eat the steamed buns. The moment he put it in his mouth, the fragrance and softness of the steamed buns and the sweetness of the starch almost moved him to tears. Li Qiao wolfed down one and started to grab the second one. Seeing that they were very hungry, Su Yin took 30 steamed buns specially. There were only 5 of them, and each of them had 6, which was enough. The steamed buns were not small in size. 3 was enough for each of them, but she still took more. After all, they lived in the end times and should not have been full for a long time. Su Yin was right to take more. She watched them wolf down and finish all the steamed buns. Some people were so full that they felt uncomfortable, but they couldn't bear to give up the steamed buns. They would stuff them into their mouths even if they were too full. Who knows when they will be full next time? They would eat as much as they can. Some people really couldn't eat any more, so they stuffed them into their clothes and hid them, preparing to take them home to their families. They were eating steamed buns, and Su Yin didn't treat herself badly. She took a few sandwiches and a few bottles of Yantang milk. She also asked Qi Yan and Lin Muxue. Qi Yan took a sandwich and 2 bottles of milk, and Lin Muxue said that he would take all the leftovers from Su Yin. Seeing Lin Muxue's eager eyes, Su Yin only took 1 bottle of milk and gave the rest to him. She had eaten breakfast when she came out, and now she was just aroused by seeing those men eating so deliciously. After Li Qiao and the others finished eating the white steamed buns, they started to work. They are now very energetic to work. Miss Su said that she would also provide lunch and dinner. They didn't ask Miss Su to give them so many steamed buns like breakfast. 1 white steamed bun per meal is also profitable. The white steamed buns given by Miss Su were still steaming, fragrant and soft, much more delicious than porridge. The men who had eaten and drunk their fill worked very hard. Qi Yan took out 3 stone mills in total, and the 5 people took turns. Seeing how hard they worked, Su Yin thought for a while and asked Lin Muxue to go to the supermarket to move a table and 3 stools down. Lin Muxue had eaten her breakfast, so it was not too much to move some things. As for why she didn't ask Qi Yan, Su Yin felt that Qi Yan was not suitable to be a colleague to move things. After Lin Muxue moved the table and stools down, Su Yin went up to cook a big pot of mung bean soup. In this weather, if you ask people to work, you always have to prepare something to drink to cool down. Her pot is high-tech and can cook mung bean soup by itself, so she didn't watch it. She wrote down the time and came down. When she came down, she also made 3 cups of fruit tea. 1 cup for each of the 3 people. After Qi Yan took the fruit tea, he immediately put it into the space. The fruit tea was added with ice cubes. The ice would melt if it was left outside for a long time. He drank a bottle of milk and didn't want to drink it for the time being. As for Lin Muxue, his stomach was simply a bottomless pit. After eating several sandwiches and drinking several bottles of milk, he still seemed to be hungry, and sat with fruit tea in his hands, drinking it gulps. Su Yin held the fruit tea and drank it slowly. 3 people each had a stool and sat in the shadow to supervise. It was so comfortable. Su Yin gave herself a day off, and the supermarket business was suspended. A sign was written to inform them. Although the people who came to buy things had some objections, they did not dare to say anything. After all, They wanted to buy things and they had something to ask of others. However, Su Yinhe was used to being comfortable at home, and a cup of fruit tea was not enough. After drinking the fruit tea, she made some fried chicken when she went upstairs to get the mung bean soup, and also took hamburgers, desserts, and cola from the supermarket, and made a few drinks. When she came down with the things, Lin Muxue felt that she had been wrong to scold Qian for being extravagant before. Compared with Su Yinhe, Qian was not extravagant. Eat, you're welcome. Is this a hamburger? Yes. Fried chicken? Yes. Lin Muxue's eyes widened. Fried chicken. This is really fried chicken. He smelled the smell of fried chicken and felt like he was in heaven. The moment Lin Muxue bit into the fried chicken, he was moved to tears. After many years, he finally ate fried chicken again. Qian was a very particular person. He had hoarded a lot of things, but fried chicken, hamburgers, and French fries, which were sold in the store, had gone bad after the end of the world. It was impossible for him to store such spoiled things in the space. Even when they found these things, they only had a little taste. Lin Muxue felt that they were not spoiled at all, and eating less would not kill people. Besides, it would be difficult to produce this kind of thing in the future, so more should be saved. But Qian just didn't want to. After entering those supermarkets, Qian would not collect Coke, he would only collect mineral water and juice. Coke was junk food for him, and he generally didn't consider it and would not collect it on purpose. There was a little bit of it saved, and Qian didn't drink it, but Lin Muxue did. After knowing that Qian didn't drink Coke, he offered to help solve the problem. But there wasn't much Coke in Qian's space, and it was gone soon after he drank it. So Lin Muxue hasn't drunk it for a few years. Lin Muxue felt a little full, but after seeing what Su Yinhe took down, he felt that he was okay again. Lin Muxue ate fried chicken burgers and drank Coke, and was as happy as a god. Su Yinhe was not very interested in these things. In this kind of weather, outside the supermarket, without air conditioning, she didn't have much appetite and just wanted to drink ice-cold fruit tea. As for Qian, he was not interested in these junk foods, he was only interested in desserts. He was also very happy to eat desserts. The three of them were very satisfied. However, as Lin Muxue ate, he hated himself as usual why he was not a space-based psychic, and he couldn't eat any more. After asking Su Yinhe shamelessly, he went to ask Qian again. After Qian made a few sarcastic remarks, he put the leftover fried chicken, hamburgers and cola into the space. Qian's sarcastic time. Qian, are you asking your son to be filial? Qian, what? A father still asks in front of his son? End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone, see you in the next video.